This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
King Shark. When Charles was a young prince, he never thought he'd be king. Finally ruling England at the age of 73. King Shark. The Queen was his mama, Lucky Chuck. She used the Oxford comma. Born in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. Now that his mama's gone, I hope he doesn't fail. What exactly did he do as the fancy Prince of Wales? King Chuck. His teeth and ears look big and funny. Will they fit on stamps and money? Or in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. The Queen, she had her corgis. Prince Andrew had his orgy. He's wild, that brother Andy. King Chuck. On Epstein Island, Duke got Randy. Prince Harry moved for good out to Hollywood. King Chuck. Charles loves the polo ponies. King Chuck. And dressing up for ceremonies. King Chuck. He wears a kilt, please don't stare. King Chuck. He's not wearing underwear. Finally gets to rule, cause he's got the family jewels. King Chuck. He married Diana, they had a castle and a villa. But all the time he dreamed about the homely one, Camilla. Couldn't wait to get his hands on Horny Chuck.
Oh no.
Said he'd like to be her tampon. The royal palace has the royal phallus. He's so old it won't be long, we'll have to write another song. King Will.
Hello? Agitator. What's your favorite potato, Tom? That's right, an agitator. Welcome. Hello to the Bob and Tom Show.
I was going to say French fries, but
I like French fries. What's wrong with
mashed?
What's wrong with steak fries?
As Bob would say, too much potato.
Way too much
and
potato.
I entirely agree.
He's not wrong.
Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Who's full of it. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man. Good to see you.
Over there for Josh Arnold, who has finally quit. There's Ace. I'm Chick. And here's Tom.
Hello.
So today we're going to look back on Josh Arnold and celebrate him and wish him well.
8 years? What a run.
Yeah,
What a run.
I have a feeling, not if, but when Josh quits, he's going to make it very well known. I think he's going to have a lot of fun on air. He'll do it on social media, too.
The question is, where is he going to drop the deuce? My desk?
Remember when Homer quit the nuclear, one of the episodes, he went into Mr. Burns' desk, told him he quit, and he went out, got in his car, drove across the bridge, and threw dynamite out and blew up the bridge. I guess he burned his bridge there, Tom.
Symbolic, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, it's great to be back in the United States of America.
Yes, Tom. Boy, are your arms tired, right?
Long weekend, but
So
it's great.
They're brutal.
It's amazing, the world we live in. I mean, I know it's obvious, but it's just amazing. I was in London for the 4th of July weekend.
Sure you were.
Absolutely incredible. Had a great time. I'll tell you about it, but I do have one odd story, Pat. You're from the Philadelphia area.
I am indeed, yeah.
Lived there for many, many years. Mm-hmm. I flew American Airlines. They were fantastic. They were wonderful. Everything was great. But I apparently Philly's one of their big hubs, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. So I flew
Yes.
I flew back through Philadelphia, which was great. But I get to the airport, and when you fly internationally, typically you go and you get your bag if you have one, and then you have to go back into security.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the people that work TSA in Philadelphia are very unhappy. Wow, what an unpleasant bunch they are.
Yeah.
But that isn't the story.
Oh.
So I walk into the men's room.
All right.
Okay.
And, you know the doors in the stalls, they leave about a foot, so you can kind of... I walk in and I see a guy sitting side saddle on the toilet.
Huh.
So, I don't know.
I don't
Why
think
is the
that's
door
proper
open?
etiquette to
Be looking at somebody else's stall.
peep into the stall. and see what's going
I'm
on.
just walking in. I'm going to the urinal area. I'm walking in. I look and I notice
So your eye is drawn to the gap in the door.
this guy's wearing they were fairly bright athletic shoes, and they were this way. So the guy is sitting sideways on the toilet.
Well, maybe that's the way he does it.
Philly style.
Is that what that is? Is there something I haven't been told? I've been to Philadelphia many times. It's a beautiful place.
Maybe the crack in his butt goes the other way. You
You
don't
never
know.
know. Yeah, you never know.
Oh, is he suffering from side crack?
On that, I'm just kind of a bigger guy. I got long knees and I weigh about 250. I've lived in 2 apartments where the bathroom was so small I had to sit side saddle.
There you go. So
See?
maybe his
So
knees hit the door.
Maybe this person was just
Yeah.
so used to sitting side saddle in their bad apartment
Yep.
that now in public they have to do that.
So that kind of thing freaks me out. So then I went to the farthest urinal, quickly peed,
What?
and then left.
Did you
Sure
think
you
it was
did.
some
That
weird
freaked you
pickup
out?
thing?
All I could think of, Chick, maybe you can help me here. Who was the guy? Who was the politician?
Minnesota.
Minnesota
I forget
airport,
his
yeah.
name.
And he famously
Ted,
Had a
Tim.
wide stance.
claimed he had a quote wide
Wide
stance, and
stance.
apparently he was trying to pick up boys or something.
And they had the number. Boys. They had the number of the stall. It was like M39 or something, and people were going and checking it out, I guess.
Yeah. We were
Getting their
just there.
picture taken.
Taking a picture like it's the house from Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Same thing.
Hey, here I am at the stall. The stall.
Tourist
Yes,
destination.
if anyone has an explanation, Willie, you could be right.
I mean, I don't know. I was kind of just being silly in the moment. But yeah, maybe you get used to something. Maybe he had a really bad sort of explosive situation. And they have the bar in the handicap stalls. Maybe he was grabbing
maybe
onto
he was
that
holding
thing
on.
for dear life.
Maybe that could be. I don't know. I looked down. I didn't mean to look. I just walked in and, that's weird.
Tom, come on. You meant to look.
No, I didn't.
Is that your thing? Is that what you get off on? You go into strange restrooms
Maybe
across
it's
the
just
country?
the international things. Remember, I told you my story in the Toronto airport where I walked in the men's room and there was a guy with his pants down on the floor, standing and urinating, like a 4-year-old
Yes.
boy would do.
You mean like I do, only I have the good sense to go in a stall. Mm-hmm. So they can't see that my pants are down around my ankles.
I mean, I walk in and there I'm looking at some. I would just say some guy's ass. I won't go into any shading.
It was Senator
Shady.
Larry Craig that was arrested.
That's
Was it?
Minneapolis.
Okay, I forgot about
Well,
that.
that doesn't sound right.
It doesn't
I
sound
guess.
right, does it?
I guess.
Very great.
And,
Google don't lie.
Anyway, had a great time in the UK.
Did you see your sister?
I saw my sister
How's she
Jan.
doing? Good?
Andy, she's doing
When
great.
did you find? When did Jan realize you had left her home? Because she would be talking.
I love you, Jan. Don't listen to
She was very sweet.
Don't listen
Got a
to
nice
her.
dog, a girl dog named Charlie. And her house, it was really nice.
I've told the kid, if you have a baby, it's got to be Charlie. Got to be, man. Boy or girl, preferably a girl, Charlie.
My niece
That's
is a
cute.
Charlie.
This was a dog, Charlie.
Well, Tom, you're talking about London. Hi, Tom. This is from Graham.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Just a quick hello from me, Graham. Tom, we met at the Hyde Park British Summertime Show.
Oh, boy.
It was great to meet you, and I hope you and your family had a great time.
Oh.
Do you remember?
By the way,
Graham?
Do you remember meeting Graham?
Yeah, I do.
where he's not done. Remember, we were talking about fantastic cars. I drive an Aston Martin DBX.
Oh,
Oh
my
my gosh.
Who the hell's Graham?
And it's Aston Martin Racing Green.
Oh, nice.
What do you think, Tom?
Wow.
Very nice.
You elitist
Even overseas.
pricks find each other wherever you go, don't you?
He recognized you. Came up and
Yeah, we were.
He smelled your elitist scent.
Did he know about the show, or did you give him the email and
He
say
has
you
a
got
Bob and Tom hat on.
No, we were talking about.
Yeah. Brexit.
Actually, we were talking about Formula One.
Oh, that's good for babies.
Not and by the way, the
Well,
movie.
Silverstone was that weekend. Did you go?
Yeah, the movie. No, I went. I did other things, but the movie was. Yeah, there were people that were there for Wimbledon. There were people that were there for something at Wembley. There were something called BST, Hyde Park, which is where I went.
BTS. That's the Bob and Tom show.
Huge concerts.
Hyde
huge.
Park.
I mean, it looked like Woodstock. 5 nights in a row.
So Graham was just sitting there, and you just started talking to the guy, or did you
we
know
were-
him? Or
Yeah, we were just talking.
I mean, that part's not that odd. The craziest part about the airport story where he saw the guy pooping sideways, I'm just shocked that you didn't check in with him right there. Hey, excuse me, sir, why are you sitting this way?
Oh, no, I'm sure it was some weirdo.
Weird, though.
There's no doubt he was a weirdo. Absolutely.
I've seen a lot in my life. I've been around the block a time or two. The guy was sitting side saddle.
well, you don't know.
He may have been large, right, Willie?
He could have been a big
Maybe
guy.
he had a cyst on his butt or something. He couldn't sit
A
the
cyst
regular
on
way.
his
Did
butt.
you think he might have had a boil? Okay.
Boil
It
on
made
his
it
ass. Is that
uncomfortable
what
right
it's
there on his
uncomfortable.
tailbone.
So wait a minute.
There
So
on
you're
his-
saying
on his cheek.
so you're saying if he sits sideways.
If it's on the right on the crack part,
Oh, and I didn't look to see if it was a full.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Let's see.
Wait a minute. No, did I send
know
you,
where it would have to
Chick?
be.
Did I send you the picture of the square toilet?
Yes, you did. I loved it.
My hotel,
Had a
the
square
toilet seat, the
toilet.
square.
It looked like a
No.
Wendy's hamburger.
are you serious?
Square as
Yes,
the day is long.
I will. I'm not kidding.
Square toilet.
Yes,
Square.
they drive on the other side of the street, and the toilets are square.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I'll
You
get
know
the
what?
picture.
And I saw that picture and I thought, they're up to something over there. They drive on the wrong side of the road and they have square toilets. Something's going on.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where design
It goes a little too
takes
far.
over. What is it? Form should follow function.
Right.
They're all form,
Yeah, I think this
no
is
function.
all form and no functions.
Something like that.
A square toilet seat. Yeah, I ran into a couple of those. We'll get to the for the fun times we had. Willie, how was Cincinnati over the weekend?
Man, Cincy was great. Thank you guys, folks that came out to the shows. It was awesome. There's no punishment like doing comedy on 4th of July. In the Midwest, there's not. In Cincinnati, there's so much to do on a beautiful summer day, summer
Right?
night. There's Reds games. You can go to concerts, backyard barbecues, the pool. And folks came out to hang out with me and Al Jackson and this guy, Dusty. I forgot his last name. He was the host, but it was just killer, man. It was so fun. I had a blast.
Oh, good.
Oh, Dusty Booty.
It was not Dusty Booty, but I got such a kick out of that. It took me by surprise. I'm laughing right now.
It's going to
Boy.
be Dusty Booty.
That'd be one awful porn name.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that would be
Well,
for mature
For an
audiences.
elderly woman,
yes.
yeah.
a very old woman. Yeah, Dusty Booty.
Is there such a thing as great granny porn?
Don't they have? Isn't there a
Yeah, it's
go-to?
huge.
There's a go-to old guy, right? Isn't there like a golden?
Like a porn old.
yeah,
porn
he's
guy?
like 65, 70, and
Is this the equivalent of the Golden Bachelor?
I think so.
the golden porno star.
Yeah, and he evidently brings it. I guess.
He wears like a NASCAR shirt with a big Viagra on the back. Lets everybody know why he's there, how he's doing it.
He knows.
That probably is not a bad idea.
No.
Yeah. By the way, I've mentioned this before. It always bugs me whenever they talk about stuff. They always mention porn star.
Yeah.
What about the regular the working actors of the porn world? They don't get the. You know what I'm saying? They're all so and so.
They're all stars.
Yeah, they're all porn stars. I mean, what they're very fine working actors in this world.
I think a lot of people online, and I know you're not familiar with this, Dad, but a lot of people online are pretty into the amateur stuff nowadays. So
Really?
your point, I think you were just being silly when you said it, but there's some truth to it. A lot of the amateurs are really rising now with things like OnlyFans and Fansly.
What comedian had the thank goodness for amateur porn. I learned how to spell amateur. Remember that? AMA, and then I'm lost.
When do you make the big crossover from amateur to porn star?
I don't know.
Your first check.
I think, depends on how much money you make. I think
Gotcha.
$3,000 and up is you're a pro.
Yeah, I learned how to spell epilogue watching The Fugitive.
I learned FBI. They also had an epilogue.
The Fugitive.
The Fugitive.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. There you go. They're waiting for it.
There you go.
Well, I gotta take care of this fugitive thing because they're waiting for it.
People have been waiting 10 minutes, Jake. We got to get the fugitive.
You know, I heard that on my Raycon Everyday Earbuds. Did you know that, Tom?
I bet it sounded great with all those horns.
Oh, my gosh, the big horns. Raycons Everyday Earbuds, the latest model. Better than ever. 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity. You can pair 2 devices at once, and Raycon's quick charge function. Just 10 minutes of charging, and you get 90 minutes of battery. And Raycon's also has that active noise cancellation. Not something you'll find at this price point. Raycon has it, and...
By the way, great for traveling. And if I could interrupt for 1 second, don't forget the Raycon full headphones for the kids. You're gonna thank me. They're in the back seat of the car watching whatever it is they're watching, and you're enjoying peace and quiet. Back to you.
Raycon offers a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy. All you have to do to get a swell deal and swell Raycon headphones, go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 15% off Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds. Right now, Raycon offering 15% off their best-selling everyday earbuds, but only at buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much. Coming up, lots of interesting things going on in the world of news and sports.
Oh, yeah.
We got a Joey Chestnut update. We got an Ozzy Osbourne update, an Oasis update, a Chuck E. Cheese update.
Did you see Ozzy while you were in London?
No, he was up in Birmingham.
Oh.
But
Excruciatingly sad.
We'll find out.
Oh, I didn't see
it was cool that he got to go out one last time, but man, it's not
But did he go out?
Not good.
Or was he
find
placed?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was my cab driver. Talked about it a lot.
Did he really?
On the way to the airport yesterday.
Well, that's what you get when you
We had a nice chat. All these things are coming up, and they're coming from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, where this remains the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee, Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, Ace Cosby, I'm Chick McGee. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Hello, Tom, on keyboards.
Tom, are you on London time? Are you still?
No, not really. I mean, I was only over there for 3 days.
So, you could have stayed longer. You're allowed.
No, that's the only way to do it, really.
Yeah.
Make your vacation more hectic than your normal life. Is what,
just travel.
I mean, I didn't have to fly the plane. It was quite relaxing.
I really sleep on a plane pretty well. It's real strange. Once you get sleeping on the plane down, that's 75% of the battle.
Yeah.
On the way there. So you leave in the early evening and you arrive there and it's morning.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it's what is it? Yeah, it was fine. It was good. Had a nice time.
Did you have shrimp, fish and chips? Shrimp. Did you have mushy peas?
I did not have any mushy peas.
Did you have sticky toffee pudding?
I did not have sticky toffee pudding.
Did you have a good meal? Good English meal?
The only picture
bangers?
from a restaurant they sent us was they went to get coffee.
That was it?
Oh,
That was it. Yeah, that's the one that I saw.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I did. Something I forgot about it. No, I did get fish and chips.
Yeah.
And the fish had a head with a lot of teeth.
I saw that photo.
And
Saw that.
and the tail.
Yeah, you sent me that. That was terrifying.
Yeah, it was
bet.
big teeth. It was like a 8-inch, 10-inch long
And
fish,
it
and it
was
was curled around, and it was
biting its own tail.
Yeah, that's true. With its tail and its mouth chomped down on it. Mm-hmm. I forgot about that.
Was it tasty?
It was good. A lot of bones. Got to eat around the bones.
Dim bones.
Yeah, and of course you can't. Not even the English can ruin a French fry. It was delightful.
Did you see Olivia Colman or Nicola Walker or
Idris Elba, maybe?
Jenny Agutter or any of those big-time British stars?
No, I saw.
Dame Judy. You see any Dame Judy?
Oh, Dame Judi Dench.
No, I saw a bunch of great American singers.
Did you see any of them damn dames? No?
Great American singers like Oasis. Did you go to the Oasis show?
No, they're not American. I saw Gracie Abrams, who's terrific.
She's good.
She's great.
She's very good, yeah.
Yeah, tremendous. And then I saw, Noah Khan, who was
Yeah, sure.
tremendous. You can tell he kind of came up from the clubs because they were both so happy to be there.
Aw.
They were but he was talking to the audience like it was a nightclub, and it was in Hyde Park. The sound guys, amazing sound. You could hear, it was just he could chat to the audience and you could hear every word he said.
So this
good for
comedian,
him.
fresh-faced, full of optimism and ready to go, huh?
Comedian.
Yeah, I thought that's
He's
what
a
you said.
musician.
Oh, sorry if I said comedian. Yeah,
I thought you said comedian.
Noah
Maybe
Khan.
you
Yeah.
did.
He's very funny though. Very funny guy.
He's great.
And
Never heard of him. I guess I better.
His
look.
most
you'd
popular
like him,
song is
yeah.
called Stick Season, I think.
Season of the Sticks.
Yes, thank you. He's got a song called
And Dial,
Homesick.
Dial Drunk.
He's killer, man.
Dial
I've not
Drunk.
heard of him.
Dial Drunk is huge.
That is
Season
real
of the
good,
Sticks,
yeah.
I believe, is number 1 in the world.
Yeah, it's a great song.
I don't listen to pop music much anymore. that
Bob
the kids are
Burlington.
gone. Bob Burlington, Coat Factory, love that.
That's
Oh, so this was so the little girls, they liked
Yeah.
No, that's their
Then
thing?
I went to
Okay.
see. I'd never heard of her. What's her name?
I don't know.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh my God,
He's huge.
now I've heard of her.
Yeah.
Did you go to the alternative part of Hyde Park?
What's that?
Hyde Park. I'll be behind the tree.
No.
I love that, Jeff.
No, there were.
Check anything?
It was just me and 100,000 people.
Oh,
It was huge. I'd been there before to a concert. I saw the Great Humble Pie with Peter Frampton
When
and
you were
Grand
17.
Funk Railroad when I was in high school. There.
What was the portalette situation? How was that?
Oh, they were those.
That's how you judge a outdoor concert.
They're they're like the giant trailers.
Mm-hmm.
They're cleaner than this building. They're
Like
great.
6-7 holers?
Oh no, like 40.
40
40
holers.
holders.
Yeah, they're huge trailers.
Never heard of such a thing.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was great. It
All
was
right.
really, really well done. They have big screens, the size of
Football field.
outdoor movie theaters of drive-in theaters back in the
Sure.
day. They've got 5 of them.
Did you go to Harrods? Do a little
you
shopping?
got to go to Harrods.
I did not do any shopping.
Well, then you didn't go to London.
Not buy anything, much to the dismay apparently of the coming back to America. And as an American can be really.
Yeah.
They were really pissy.
Well, if I'm-
Well, we've
Philadelphia-
done a lot of things.
If I'm
Philadelphia Airport.
TSA, I see you coming at me. I'm thinking nobody can be this white and safe. This guy is up to something. That's what I'm
We
thinking.
were at war with them. Don't remember.
Yeah,
No,
we
no,
were.
that.
No, the English were fine.
They still.
They were great. Coming back to America, both the customs guy was pissy, and the TSA lady was a total bitch in Philadelphia.
Well, my buddy Maury and I went to Canada. I told you that we went into Canada, and Maury said, "This is this guy's first visit to Canada." And the Canadian border guard goes, "What's the matter? Don't you like us?" And then we went back to the USA, and he couldn't have been pissier. It was just a jerk.
Huh.
What'd you do? Yeah, you didn't catch any fish, huh? Well, I better check anyway. Open your trunk.
Why'd you go to England? I said, well, I was trying to foment revolution and have the English take over our country. Maybe it's 250 years too late, sir. But
They asked you that? Why'd you go to London?
yeah. Why'd you go to England? Real pissy.
I mean, they're working hard. They got a tough job. It's
And then when I got up there, there's one person going, go to anyone with a green light. Walk up to one with the green light. No, don't come here. You got a giant green light, you incredible ass. So I go to the next guy, and I go, what the hell? It wasn't even crowded, and they were being dicks. But the woman at TSA, they've got to start posting the rules. And they're all, I get up there. Everything has to go in your suitcase.
Tom, it's Thunderdome. There are no rules.
No, it is. I'm actually with him on this one because every airport has different ones. Some shoes off, belt off. If you walk up there, you put your shoes in the thing, and the guy goes, "Hey, excuse me, your shoes stay on this time."
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
And I go, "Hey, you know what? You work here. I don't work here.
Exactly.
Actually, I don't go to TSA every day. If you put, you got to get a little uniformity. Put them up."
Well, and you're, no offense, but you're of a certain age where you don't have to take your shoes off anymore.
Mm-hmm.
No, I get up. She goes, everything has to go in your
that's
suitcase.
right.
I said, I got to put my phone in my suitcase. No. Then she reaches behind her because there were no bins or anything, and she gives me this like filthy dog bowl that goes in here. As Willie says, hey, I don't work here. I don't know where you keep your dog bowls for the phones. I'm imagining 99% of the people that come through TSA are carrying one. Maybe you should have them out here where we can see them. And I noticed that you and your 5 friends are all sitting on your gigantic fat asses, not doing anything but talking.
There it goes.
So maybe you could, since
He wasn't fat, was he?
No, she.
Okay.
She was a fat bitch.
Oh, nothing worse than a fat woman.
If I were
Gotta take it easy, man.
Nothing
We were
uglier than
all
a
having
fat
fun.
lady. I tell you.
Dog bowls and phones was such a good time,
Travel
man.
with Papa.
It was crazy.
Hey, Chunkles, could you get off your ass and come over here?
no, Chuckles doesn't cover it.
Really?
Oh, yeah, bigger than Chuckles.
Put down the Cinnabon. and
Yeah.
really get through the...
Three
God
bill-
forbid a woman weigh more than 110.
Three
No
bills?
kidding. My goodness.
3, 4 bills?
Oh, 3 minimum.
3 bill minimum.
Yeah, I'm
All
sorry.
right.
I'm not causing you to work. I take you away from your break. I'm just saying, how about some uniformity? Maybe a couple of signs. I don't care. But other than that, it was fine. Then of course, I went to go urinate, and there was a guy once again in the
Side
stall,
saddle.
side saddle. I still
Yes.
can't. Why would anyone be sitting like this on a toilet?
Well,
Makes no sense.
I tell you what, I start that way today from now on.
Good. You're going
I'm
to side
going
saddle?
side saddle, even at home.
you never know.
Isn't that called an English saddle? Isn't that the?
No, in
What is
English, a full English is they have a full English breakfast, don't they?
No, but I mean, didn't
To ride English is not side saddle.
Okay, didn't the ladies ride side
Yes,
saddle?
they did.
Yeah, they didn't
Yes.
want their who on the saddle, right? Yeah.
No, they wore skirts. They couldn't get.
No.
Lady
It was all
Godiva,
about
did she go side saddle?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Well, that would be.
Boy, oh
Too busy
boy.
giving away my patio.
You know what? You don't have to look very far to find a smartass in this room, do you?
No, you don't.
Holy hell.
God.
Can't we have a conversation? Like those people on Landman, those cowboys. Nobody says yes or no. Is that oil? Is that pump ready to go? Well, if it wasn't, it wouldn't be out there, would it? How about yes or no, you dick?
Yeah, just
Is it
tell us
gonna
what to
rain?
do. That's all I ask.
Is it going to rain today?
Okay.
Oh, eventually.
I must say the TSA here, lovely and very nice. I don't know what happened in Philadelphia that everybody's so pissy, but I thought it was the city of brotherly love. Well,
It's only one section.
I must have missed something in the news.
Isn't that sarcastic, the brotherly love thing, I thought?
It is at this point.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. If you're just joining us, hello. How are you? Thanks for being here.
If you're an overweight TSA agent, though, you can move
Sorry
along.
we lost you as a listener.
We don't want you
No,
listening.
if you're that fat bitch in Philadelphia that everything goes in your suitcase, sir.
You gotta relax, man.
Pat,
You gotta relax. Man.
And well, how about some bins the way everyone else has it? You can put your stuff in the bin, and do I just
Why
toss
didn't they
my
have
phone?
bins?
Because they were behind her because she was busy chatting with her other fat friends.
have you got to do?
Probably
my
talking.
gosh.
Well, you know.
Probably talk about what they're going to do for their next break.
No. They're talking about
they're gonna have
food.
lunch?
No, they're talking about food.
Yeah.
Have you
Okay.
seen the automatic bins where you just set and then it
Yeah.
whoosh, it sucks them back
Yeah.
into the They don't even have to touch the bins anymore.
Yeah, but then you have to stand there. That's confusing because the new system, you have to stand there and wait till your bin goes all the way through before you can move. It's confusing.
I'm just saying, just post some rules, will you? That's all I ask.
Yeah, but you've been known to miss a sign.
Yeah.
Or two.
There was no sign. Everyone was confused.
Everyone. Everyone was
I
complaining
mean, you
about
walk
the
up
fat
and
bitch.
typically, I mean, most places you walk up to TSA and there are the bins right there.
Sure.
Right? I
You
agree.
But you couldn't see the bins for that fat bitch. That's the
How do you
problem.
see the bins when the
And
ladies
then she throws the filthy dog food bowl. Put your phone in there. I don't
Filthy.
want to put my phone in there. I've got to touch that thing.
Filthy dog food.
What'd you do? Poop in it and just wipe it out with a
They're not
Kleenex?
cleaning it after every
Matter of
person.
fact, I
TSA.
Do you
a
think
cat might have used it to crap in.
do you think they sterilize those bins each
The
time they're
line's
used?
long enough the way it is.
God, it would take forever.
No, this was the dog food bowl she gave me. You don't have
I
to,
know, those-
I'm not kidding. I didn't get a bin. I got a dog food bowl.
No, those bowls are everywhere. They have them at all TSA.
And
guys.
also,
they've been there for years.
this
They're
one looked
not
like she'd
dog
wiped
food
an
bowls.
elephant's ass with it and then threw it down at me.
Well, that's where she had her
That's,
cereal.
yeah, that's protocol.
Man.
Hey, Artie, has this been elephant's ass yet? It's not ready for the line, then, is it?
I was so happy. You know, my dad, this guy, he doesn't get out enough, and he gets so stressed out with work, and I'm so glad he's going to go over to
Finally
London.
relax.
He's going to see his sister.
Right.
How great is this?
Right.
Oh,
How was the
joy.
weekend?
Joyful.
How is Jan? Great. But I got to talk about this big gal at TSA. Just gets fired up, man.
I'm just
I
saying.
don't think that's what he said. He
Oh.
said fat bitch.
So, Chick, I think when you say it's a good time, I don't think I want to say that on air. I got enough problems as is. I don't need a video of me
okay.
saying fat bitch on YouTube.
I
Well,
still,
you do now.
I got it. It happened, didn't
You
it?
said it.
I still want an explanation of the guy pooping sideways.
I really
I'll
think
bet you there's people that do it, and they're going to write us right now.
Sure.
I like my theory. He was having a big movement. He needed to hold on to the bar by the toilet.
Wow.
Who needs to hold on?
I don't know. He's been on a
Well,
motorcycle. He got it.
That's relief, though. I bet that guy felt great.
Yeah.
You know, there's a time, though, right before the relief that you don't know if you're going to make it. So,
Gosh.
Well, coming up in the news today, we have this is unbelievable. We have another story involving a radical cure for constipation.
Radical like crazy or radical like skateboarding?
Radical, crazy.
Cool.
And nearly killed the guy.
does it involve a live animal?
Yes, it does.
Are you kidding?
No, and
I
it's-
was joking.
And it's not the first time. It's a part of a certain culture in Asia. It's one of the what is it, like a myth?
And now they're doing it for real.
Yeah, it's not good. We'll get to that coming up. We also have news about Ozzy. We have news about Oasis and their reunion tour getting off. We have Wimbledon coming up in the world of sports. So a bunch of stuff that happened in the UK over the weekend. Right now, it's time to check in with Chick McGee to find out about Simply Safe.
And you can find out about peace of mind. Simply Safe is a system that works to prevent break-ins from ever happening in the first place. I trust Simply Safe to protect my compound, have for years, and you should too. It's about security that is proactive, not just reactive. We use Simply Safe here at the Bob and Tom Show. Most security systems only take action after somebody's already broken in your house. Simply Safe has new Active Guard outdoor protection that helps stop break-ins before they happen. Simply Safe has AI-powered cameras and live monitoring agents that detect suspicious activity around your property. And if someone's lurking, there's a lurker. Agents talk to them in real time. They can turn on spotlights, and they even call police, proactively deterring crime before it even starts. No contracts, no hidden fees with Simply Safe, and it was named Best Home Security System of 2025 by CNET. 4 million plus Americans trust Simply Safe, and their monitoring plans start around $1 a day with a 60-day money-back guarantee. Visit simplysafetom.com and claim this amazing offer, 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan and your first month free. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you, Chick McGee. When we come back, we'll get to a few letters. We'll discuss our various 4th of July adventures. If you had one, by all means, get to us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. From the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot, 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 and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh yeah.
Then we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr,
Not with Fix Finder. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Interesting.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Willie Griswold,
Hey,
Pat
man.
Godwin, there's Christy Lee, Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Closed circuit hello to Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Rob, glad you're doing well. We appreciate you, and I'm glad that everything's working out for you. Long-time listener, dealing with a little bit of adversity, but hey, it's going great. I'm glad you're going to be healthy and happy. From Tilden, Nebraska. Thanks for listening, Rob, and hang in there. We're on your side, of course, and hope you're doing great. Now, we have other letters with lots of other topics. Chick McGee, do you have one over there you want to share?
I do have, Dear Tom. Good morning, Bob and Tom Show. I went to my grandson's T-ball game on Saturday, but left early. No scoreboard. Now, Tom, would you care to explain how the scoreboard has become top of mind for Bob and Tom Show listeners?
I was just saying that in the world of contemporary professional sports.
And now, be fair. You weren't just saying. You were simply amazed.
Oh, you couldn't believe it.
The scoreboard and everything.
The quality, we're so used to what we've got now, you forget. For example, I went to a concert in Hyde Park, London over the weekend, and the level of video and sound is amazing. We've come to expect it. You know, they have gigantic screens, and you can see everything, and the sound quality is amazing. But back in the day, you go to see a band, and they'd have their amps on stage, no PA, and it was a different world. And you'd go to a ball game, and the scoreboard had the score, and that was it. Now, the scoreboard has got everything.
And I think they found.
Go ahead.
Just the bigger the scoreboard is, the more room for advertisements.
Right. That's true. But they've had this for 40 years, 30 years.
Not at the level they have it now.
Tom went to a WNBA game and came back and told us, you can't believe it, they have a scoreboard.
No, that is not what it's. You can't believe.
No, that is exactly.
That's
what
exactly
No,
what
you can't believe the scoreboard they do. They're playing. Put it this way, I can remember
play videos.
I remember
and,
in the early days, 30 years ago, of the big screens in stadiums. It was like an Etch-a-Sketch. You know, the pixels were
a little better
a square
than
foot.
that.
No, they were. You could. There's a shadow there. I mean, now it's so amazing, and they've got all different stats, and it's great. And I'm asking, how soon are we going to have the floor at an NBA game be electric and show all kinds of ads and whatever? I think that's going to be next. They can do that now.
Yeah, but that distracts the player. So
No. It would be
just on TV.
Oh,
like
I
at
see.
home.
I see what you're saying.
No, or they could only do it during breaks. Or
Right.
Who knows?
Oh, right.
They're going to do it. It's like for years they said, they're never going to put advertisements on the jerseys. Oh, yeah. Wait till the checks start coming in. But, yes, so I'm sorry. So your friend had to leave the game because there wasn't a quality scoreboard. With
No scoreboard, Tom. He had to leave. Yep. Had it.
Okay.
I don't blame him.
All right. Now, back to the letters. I think I'll save this for when Josh gets back. Got this from the text line. I had the same experience at the Philadelphia airport coming back in from Spain. Exactly. I felt like I didn't belong in my own country. Yeah. I don't know why they're so pissy. Here's my passport. I was just doing a little bit of traveling.
You should have heard what he was talking about off the air in the break room.
Oh, really?
During the commercials. Yeah, he's
conversation.
He's really mad.
Yeah, when I went through TSA in Philadelphia, they were really rude and crappy to me and everybody else. All you have to do is tell us what you want us to do, folks.
Do you think are we doing this right now? Do you think someone's going to hear this and call you personally going, Tom, I'm so sorry.
No.
I can speak for TSA Philly. We can clear this up today.
I can clear it up. Get rid of fat ass and get someone there who's got some manners. Maybe put a sign up going.
Well, now, wait a minute. Hang on. Willie might be onto something. How about like $1,000 as a sorry? Why not? You know? Apologies come in the form of dollars, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
All right.
Now,
dear Tom.
Yes.
I thought you might like this guy. I think he is cool, says Susan. He's on a baseball team called the Texas Tailgaters, and they play the Banana Land, which is the most popular live event in the history of the world. Do you know what Banana Land is? They all have fun, and they have different rules for baseball. And
The Savannah Bananas?
The Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, of course.
Well, there's a guy on the Texas Tailgaters who bats on a unicycle. And he runs to first base on the unicycle.
And that leads to a story.
There you go.
In the news. We have a story about Red Panda.
Oh, yeah.
What is the animal, the red panda?
No.
The electric halftime performer, Red Panda.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't she an elder kind of
Popular halftime performer Red Panda fractured her wrist after a fall during a WNBA game. Red Panda, whose real name is Rong Nu.
R-O-N-G, wrong. That's her name. I'm not saying you got it right.
You got it right, wrong.
All of a sudden, I'm in a Abbott and Costello bit.
You got Ms. Wrong right.
Well, what's her name?
Wrong.
I'm
Third
asking
base.
you what her name is.
Wrong.
Stop chastising me. I need
She
to know her
fell
name.
off her 8-foot-tall unicycle and crashed to the court during halftime of the WNBA Commissioner's Cup, which the Indiana Fever won, pounding the Minnesota Lynx.
By the way, I spotted this story on the International Newswire while on an airplane flying over the ocean.
Oh, it was a big story. I saw it over the weekend, too. Yeah. No,
Okay.
everybody was talking about Red Panda.
I evidently Red Panda makes a living. I guess
She's
I
great.
don't know.
She's very
Whatever you
And
lunatics
she's
say.
beloved, and
I
Caitlin
can't imagine.
Caitlin came out to help her. And
Yeah.
This might be the single saddest sentence in entertainment. Red Panda's agent, Patrick Figley,
I say, Mr. Figley.
said the fall. Figley said it was caused by part of a unicycle being damaged during transit. We're going to find restitution, I can assure you that.
Probably the lady in Philadelphia's fault.
That fat in Philly dropped her unicycle.
Busted her left pedal.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, Skip Bayless accused this lady of faking it, by the way. Oh, yeah.
Skip Bayless.
All the drama.
She
Are you, if you're
fractured her
joking,
wrist.
that is such a good joke. Is that a joke or is that real?
That's a joke.
I just can't know because he is such a jerk. I can't
Yeah,
tell.
he
Any
is
take
such
that he
a
has.
jerk.
Every time everybody goes, that fake.
I don't understand why people are listening to it. He's not on any show now. He's just online, I guess. On his anyway.
Anyway, it's she's beloved, and I'm a huge fan of the halftime shows and the scoreboards. Yes.
Which way you going, beloved or beloved? Which way you going?
Beloved. I
Beloved.
I guess they're both fine. I don't really give it much thought.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. That was
Ellen DeGeneres says she does a great bit about it in her special.
Beloved and beloved?
Oh, is
Yep.
that right?
Yep, sure does. What, you got text? What's going on? over
no.
there?
My new thing is
vibrate?
WhatsApp.
Oh, God.
Why are you on what? Who do you
What
think's
are
going
you-
to steal your messages,
Who are you
man?
cheating on?
God.
No.
That's because you can. It's for
WhatsApp.
overseas.
WhatsApp is for overseas.
And for cheating.
Yeah.
It really
What
is.
is the
for
difference?
cheating.
No.
There's no difference.
You guys, you got to be smarter than that. If
You
you're going to cheat, you cheat in like a Words with Friends or a chess app, something that has a messaging feature, but you don't think of as a messaging feature. That's where you want to go for the
I'm
cheat.
going to go ahead and ask him, are you seeing a woman? Yes or no? It's a simple question.
To communicate with my nieces Daisy and Poppy and Jan and Andrew, I have to do it on a WhatsApp.
That works too.
You can't do it on. You can if you do it with an American texting service, they'll get it 3 weeks later.
Traveled overseas.
Trust me.
That's right. It's got to go up to the satellite and add another continent. So
No, I couldn't. No, it was actually. I'm glad I switched over because I had indicated, where I was going to be arriving. Blah blah blah. That none of them got the messages.
well, you know who? Yeah, it's that
That'll. So
the,
I'm just.
the fat lady in Philly. blocked him out.
I'm warning you. We got to get a name for her.
Just anything to stop saying Fat B. I would say
I'm
is
leaning
probably good.
toward Denise. How about that?
Cheesesteak Susie.
Sorry, Denise was really good, but
That's
Cheesesteak
good.
Susie.
That's good.
That was inspired.
I think you would need something more elaborate. That will be
Extra whiz.
Cheesesteak Chauncey.
Look at old Extra whiz over there.
maybe like a Crampolina.
Look at extra whiz at the TSA.
Crampolina?
Crampolina might be her name. We'll catch up with all these things. We have more letters from you coming up from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening. Portions of the show brought to you by Champion Windows. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode is brought to you by Polestar. There's only one true way to experience the all-electric luxury SUV Polestar 3, and that's to take a test drive. It can go from 0 to 60 in as little as 4.8 seconds with the dynamic handling of a sports car. But to truly understand how it commands the road, you need to be behind the wheel. Up to 350 miles of range, the 3D surround sound system by Bowers & Wilkins, It's all something you have to experience to believe. So book your test drive for Polestar 3 today at Polestar.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. There's Pat Godwin.
Hello, Chick.
Willie Griswold here. There's Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick McGee. Dave Dyer here later this morning.
Ah, Dave.
Much later. I'm Chick McGee. We're busting balls. Come on. That's what we do. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. It's great to be back. Great to be back in the USA. We had big weekends all over the place. Pat, did you have anything exciting happen to you over the weekend? Did you watch some fireworks?
Oh, no. I recorded with Alan for 4 days in a row. Had a blast.
Now,
pickleball. I played pickleball.
You played pickleball?
Yeah. Hurt my leg.
Yeah.
Was there a scoreboard?
There was a huge scoreboard. Amazing.
Replaying your shots?
Playing my shots?
Was the scoreboard replaying when you'd have a good shot?
No.
Did you play pickleball to hopefully become romantically connected with someone playing?
I was trying to reconnect with someone I was romantically involved with and play a little pickleball.
Reconnect.
Get back on track.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Went well.
Right.
Good.
Had a blast.
Really?
Right.
buddy.
So in the next part
Pulled
involved
a hamstring.
Pull the hamstring.
I pulled a hammy.
Anything else get pulled?
Either your pork, my pork got pulled.
Pulling
We went and had barbecue.
Subtle.
We went and had barbecue. We had nowhere to eat it because someone stole my porch, but my porch furniture. But
Oh, you are so full of it.
I love it.
Let's move forward here.
well, we can't. Christy took my porch.
Let's see, where were we? Oh, we were. Are we entering the world of sports? Is that what's happening?
Yes,
over there?
we're entering. We're walking right through the front door. Carlos escaped from Alcaraz, has stretched his Wimbledon winning streak, skein, if you will, to 18 matches. Returned to the quarters. He pursues his third title in a row at the All-England Club. Alcaraz beat number 14, a Russian man, 6-7, 6-3,
At least give it a shot. Like Kolechko,
Andre
Klitsky,
hang on, Rub-a-dubba.
Rub it.
Andre Rub-a-dubba.
That's not how you say it.
And now let's get to our favorites, the women.
Yep.
Taylor Fritz against number 17, Karen Koch.
Huh?
What?
Got to be careful with that one, man.
Kachanov.
Oh.
And top-ranked Arina Sabalenka against Anastasia Pavlyuchenko. Pavlyuchenko.
Cenk, E-N-K, right?
And Laura Sigmund.
I
Laura
see.
Sigmund, who says it's her mom's fault. All reached the women's quarters. And during the Wimbledon Championships, fans, every now and then, they, of course, have a Pimm's. That's a beer in England. The Pimm's. I'll have a Pimm's. And
Pimm's Cup.
they also
It's
have
not really a beer.
A glass of champagne, as it is customary part of the courtside experience. According to an Australian umpire, John Bloom, warned the crowd against popping the bottle during the match, and it's gone viral as the most British announcement people have ever heard. Here's what it sounded like at Wimbledon.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you could avoid opening bottles of champagne when the players are about to serve.
Oh, come on. I love that. It's warm. It's the most Wimbledon warning you've ever heard.
Please,
One more time, listen for the pop, the very plain pop of champagne right at the beginning there.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you could avoid opening bottles of champagne when the players are about to serve.
Oh, come on. I love that. It's warm. It's
love
the
that.
most Wimbledon warning you've ever heard.
That's hilarious.
Come on, it's warm.
it's
Yeah, that's
warm.
going to cool you off. A nice cold glass of champagne.
You share your hole. I'm drinking champagne.
Was it hot in England?
About 110, wasn't it?
No, not too bad. It had been extremely hot. I know in Paris it was over 100 degrees last
Right.
week.
You know where it did get hot, though?
Where?
TSA in Philly.
Oh, yeah.
Got real
Got heated.
heated. What'd she say to you? Put it in there and threw the dirty dog bowl
She
at
said,
you?
everything has to go in your suitcase.
Yeah.
What do you, so I've got to put my phone in there now?
None of us we haven't brought this up at all. Is there any chance he's completely in the wrong in this situation?
Of course he
is. He on the
of
phone
course.
while he's
Yeah.
walking through?
No.
Sorry, I'm on WhatsApp texting Janny. You don't know.
No, anyone witnessing, everyone looked at each other like, what the hell?
Judging that by how upset he is, I think this woman was
And
a touch rude.
There were no, and then they threw the dog ball at me. Your phone goes in there. Okay, I
Threw it in.
put it in there if there'd been one sitting here, or maybe a bin or something. I don't know.
Why couldn't you see the dog balls?
Because they were behind her big fat ass. Okay. and her three employees, none of whom were doing anything. So, by the way, Pimm's is Pimm's Cup.
There you go.
Is it's not a beer. It's
okay.
The signature cocktail.
Got it right.
Lemonade.
Manager Dave Martinez and general manager Mike Rizzo have been fired by the Washington Nationals after their 6th consecutive losing season. Why'd they wait so long? And Kevin Durant, he got traded again. Houston Rockets official, it's a record-setting deal. Got approved by the NBA yesterday as part of a 7-team transaction.
Oh, my goodness.
Who wants to hear all the details?
Oh, please. Let's do it.
Me either. Really? Okay. It involved Phoenix, Houston, Atlanta, Minnesota, Golden State, Brooklyn, and the Lakers. It includes a total of 13 players. The headline moves include Durant going to Houston from Phoenix, the Rockets sending Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks to the Suns, and the Rockets getting Clint Capella, who hates instruments, from
middle initial A.
That's right. Hates the instrument. WNBA yesterday. Vegas, Minnesota, and Seattle winning. And on the 4th of July, Joey Chestnut reclaimed his title as Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest. Organized gluttony. Joey consumed 70 and a half hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes. Win his 17th mustard belt. He's 41 years old. He fell short of the all-time record he set in 2021. 76 hot dogs and buns. Wieners and buns.
He said he was going to go for the record this year.
Yeah.
I wish I ate a couple more, Joey said to the crowd.
Yeah, but he slaughtered the competition.
I'll be back next year.
They couldn't catch up.
Just don't miss last year's competition.
Thank you. Couldn't catch up.
Thank you.
Yeah,
couldn't catch up, you see.
Yeah, we relished it.
You relish that joke?
Can we listen to you thank yourself again? Because you hit the drum. Anyway.
I didn't touch anything.
Defending champion in the women's division, Miki Sudo, won her 11th title. She ate 33 hot dogs.
Vastly inferior.
That's crazy. I went to a Cubs game last week. I ate 3 hot dogs, and I got a headache immediately. Like, it's a lot of sodium. It's a lot going on. Once you get past 3.
Sodium and the nitrates.
I did the math on this. Based on, I think this is fair, 300 calories for the average hot dog. That means that Joey consumed over 21,000 calories of hot dogs in 10 minutes.
How was he not weighing like the TSA lady in Philly? Why doesn't he weigh 500 pounds?
Because he probably doesn't eat for the rest of the week.
And he's a nice gentleman, and he's a nice guy, as opposed to that bitch. Okay, sorry. Now, how do you think the parties are after the
Nathans?
After the Nathans thing, because they can't all go, well, you want to go get something to eat? No. Hey, you want to go for a couple of beers?
I bet he doesn't party after.
Yeah.
How much time has to pass before it's legitimate
to vomit? I forget, but
instead of vomit. Yeah, I think there is a time you can vomit. Yeah.
Oh, do they vomit
after a while? Do you think you would?
I don't think he does.
I would.
You don't think he does?
21,000 calories of nitrates and salt?
That's got to be crazy.
I have a suggestion for them if they want to make a little bit of extra money.
Oh, okay.
Hear me out on this.
Okay.
Now, what do they do during the Super Bowl when it looks like they're going to win? What do they do to the coach?
Gatorade.
Yeah.
They dump Gatorade all over him, right? Pepto-Bismol, maybe?
Yeah.
The winner?
Why not ketchup or mustard?
Well, whoever would pay, in other words, whoever's going to pay for it.
All right.
So if the Pepto-Bismol people, and this is a $1 million idea.
You know what? The mood you're in, I'm going to go, yes, it is $1 million idea. You're right.
I'm telling you, next year, if they did that and didn't say anything and then dumped a giant thing of Pepto-Bismol on them, that story would be everywhere.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Again, the Joey Chestnut story, I'm on the airplane, International Newswire. There it is, right there, in one of the lead stories in sports, right after the thing about Wimbledon and Jennifer Klitsky, whatever her name was. So there you go. Well, congratulations, Joey. Good friend of the show.
Well, Joey, the Nathan's Hot Dog's always the number one because there's, other than baseball, there's nothing else going on.
But as you said, though, there was to use your English, controversy.
Controversy.
Oh, I see. Yes, controversy. You emphasize the trov.
The champagne cork? Oh, no.
No, the controversy was that, am I getting this right? In the previous year, he didn't do it because he had to deal with some
vegetarian.
Oh, you're talking about Joey Chestnut?
Yeah.
again?
Yeah, he went to a different.
He was with Impossible Foods, but just their hot dogs.
Yeah, he had to get back in.
Yep.
So he's back. So it's
in the saddle again.
Yes, I see. He's back in the big leagues again. So we'll look forward to seeing Joey here in the studios. Now, coming up, do we have more sports?
We'll see.
Okay, good.
I like to surprise.
So what we're going to do, when we come back, we'll have what we come back with.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
And then we'll do that as soon as we return. That's
okay.
exactly
So when
right.
we get back here, we'll be here again.
Right.
Okay, we're trying to clarify this.
But first,
a word about BetterHelp. This is a great program. It's a way to access therapy online. It can be extraordinarily helpful. Maybe you have workplace stress. I look around here. Every once in a while, I can see people, they got their emails piling up. They're worried about the one meeting a month we have. I don't want to go to the meeting. So maybe you're stressed out for other reasons. Perhaps the constant criticism.
Yeah, that's one.
Just because I'm a little overweight, Tom yells at me, calls me a fatty.
I like this guy.
I'm not going to the damn meeting.
Well, bringing down the hall.
You're a fat ass.
Okay. The larger point here is...
Okay.
The larger point here is therapy can be extraordinarily helpful, whatever issue you might want to talk about. And the best way to access therapy is kind of newer. It's been around for several years, and the beauty of this is the therapy's done online. So you can do it with your phone, wherever you want to be, or you can do it with your laptop, whatever it might be to access it. And the largest online therapy provider in the world is BetterHelp. They have a variety of mental health care professionals with, by the way, a diverse variety of areas of expertise. So if you want to talk about a particular thing, they'll try to hook you up with someone. By the way, if that doesn't work out, you can switch therapists anytime. No additional fees are involved. Unwind from work, if you will, among other things, with BetterHelp. Bob and Tom Show listeners can get 10% off their first month by going to BetterHelp.com/BT Show. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Get rid of the stigma. It's okay to get counsel, to get therapy, to talk to someone. Can be extraordinarily helpful. Once again, BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Coming up, we have a very fine guest, firefighter, comedian Dave Dyer will be joining us. Also, updates on Ozzy, updates on Oasis, and updates on Are You Left-Handed? Interesting lefty news coming up from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Spotify. That's greenlight.com/Spotify.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Willie Griswold, Pat Godwin, Christy Lee, Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. This has been Chick McGee speaking, and Tom is in his basement over there. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but here in the studio,
I'm right back.
Tom has a lower
find your
level,
carafe yet?
a lower level that he goes to, and he's looking around. Obviously, to make the studio a little colder than it already is.
My iced tea pitcher is missing. I think maybe it broke in the dishwasher. I don't know.
Or maybe somebody got tired of hearing you clank around the hallways, and maybe a conscientious employee threw it out into the parking lot.
Did you do that?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I said conscientious employee.
Oh.
You made that clear.
I made that clear.
We've learned a lot this morning. It's been a good show. We got a lot going on.
All right.
Coming up, comedian Dave Dyer will be joining us here in the studio. Willie's here, Pat's here, Christy's here, I'm here, Ace is here, and there's a Chick McGee.
You got to turn
Your WhatsApp.
turn the beep on your phone.
When again.
There's a switch on the
It's
side.
TSA
Yeah, it
people
says,
calling.
there is a switch
Sorry.
that'll put it on vibrate.
I want you to know that if any of you have your phone on, you'll be dealt with
Interrupting the show like
quickly and severely. We're on the air,
Do
okay?
people not know you're working right now?
No, hang on a second.
First day doing radio.
Let me explain how radio
Did you
works.
say, hang on a second? Were you stopping us from criticizing you for your phone being on?
Sorry. I was on a plane for 16 hours yesterday. I'm a little bit
Nobody cares.
jet lagged.
16 hours? No,
You know what?
you were traveling for 16 hours.
Yeah, no, I left the hotel. It would have been 7.
Yeah, but you weren't on a
The
plane.
lady.
It would have been 2 in the morning here when I left.
The lady at TSA is starting to come into clearer focus the longer you talk. I almost understand.
I'm siding with her now.
I get her.
Very
I'm
comfortable
going to send her a
flight.
Cinnabon.
Thank you, American Airlines. Yeah, send her some more food so she can get fatter so no one can see what the signs say.
Oh, my.
She was blocking the signs.
There were
with
no
her-
signs. I'm
with
just
her
saying.
size.
Just saying, for God's sake. People, we're all confused. We don't work. As Willie said, I don't work at TSA. And everyone, it seems like they all make up their own rules. So, shoes on, shoes off, hats on, hats off. Everything has to go in.
They're not messing with my hat. I can tell you that.
Everything has to go in your bag, whatever.
We've all flown with a comedian who refuses to take his shoes off.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
Really?
You know who that is.
Is that Hastings?
Yes.
God, what an idiot.
I'm not taking my shoes off.
I was standing right behind him when the TSA guys, do you have anything in your pockets that we should be aware of? And he said, Drew, quick as anything, whatever you could find.
If you're behind someone in line at TSA and they start yelling about the Constitution, it's going to take you a longer time to get through.
No kidding.
This is against my rights.
Now, once again, I was in the Philadelphia airport, and I after dealing with the incredibly rude immigration guy,
Right.
Welcome back to your country. I'm going to be all pissy about letting you back in. Okay, great.
Immigration man.
But I had to go to the bathroom, and I walked in. I told you this before. I could see, as I walked in, I wasn't looking, but I couldn't help but notice there was a guy sitting side saddle on a toilet. I still don't understand this. Willie, I think, may have the best explanation. He was in the pooping position, if you will, but facing the side because his feet were clearly.
Yes.
In your thought, Willie, is one?
I think he's holding the bar that's there for folks that need it. He's holding the bar. He's bracing for dear life so he can do his business. Again, I don't know. I got pushed into even having this theory. I didn't want to have this theory.
I know it's a
But
fine
Psycho started
theory.
talking, so now we got to figure something out. I think he's holding it. He's pretending that it's a little. It's like a little
Maybe
motorcycle.
he was doing squats.
Vroom vroom. Could have been doing squats.
Yeah. You don't know. He could have been working out.
Could you tell if he was a large man? Was he a bigger?
I didn't stick around.
He wasn't a big fat bitch, was he? Was he a big fat bitch?
Did it smell bad in there?
I hastened. I peed as quickly as possible, and then.
Are you ever in the men's room and there's just deafening gas sounds coming from one of the stalls?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, I had to.
Do you laugh? Do you laugh?
I had
out loud?
something I haven't done in years. I actually I had to do a major transaction on the plane.
Oh.
No one does that.
I am in the presence of greatness. I don't know how you did that.
And then, of course, the one thing you want to happen
Is it?
is
Turbulence?
you don't want to be in there, and all of a sudden you hear, we've got the seatbelt tied on now. And, oh, God.
Who cares? You got time.
That's called dropping a fuselage.
Yeah.
I love that.
You don't want to be in there sitting down, and all of a sudden, because you read about these things where the planes drop 10,000 feet. And
Yeah, that'd be bad.
People are scraped off the ceiling. You don't want to be mid-transaction.
Oh.
But so I sat down, and I don't know what I did. I didn't touch anything. I sat down, and it flushed itself. While I was sitting there, I thought I was going to get sucked out of the plane because it ejects it, right? It just shoots it out the side.
Didn't you hear about that? Didn't you hear about that one guy? His anus prolapse from the suction of the toilet on one of those American Airlines flights.
Prolapsed anus?
Yep, right out the chute.
Are you saying it ejects it? I never do that. Does it eject it?
I don't know what
Doesn't
it does.
eject
I
it,
don't
does it?
want to know.
No, that's what trains used to do.
Oh, okay.
You've ever been right on an old train and you'd flush it and you could see the tracks going by?
Oh yeah. It would just
That's true.
dump out onto the
Are you
tracks.
serious?
Absolutely.
You guys grew up in the Old West.
Oh, yeah.
That's real?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was a school marm. Yep.
But yeah, doing a major transaction, and then of course you're concerned. Okay, now when I come out of this bathroom, because there's going to be someone waiting in line.
Oh yeah.
And no, you don't want to make eye contact. You're going to be the guy that you're going to be the guy that
so worried about
wrecked the bathroom. Hey, yeah, the guy in 5A.
Whoa! Have you ever done that on a plane? Come out of the bathroom and go, "Do not go in there." You ever do that?
Well, fortunately, since the seatbelt light was on, then I didn't want to get scolded by the flight attendants.
Have you ever been told? You ask, "Can I?" Even though the seatbelt light's on, you ask, "Can I go to the restroom?" And they say no.
Oh yeah.
Most of the time they say yes, but I've had someone say no.
Oh really?
Yeah.
They were great though. American Airlines love you. It was tremendous. Great flight.
That was great.
Yeah, they were terrific.
Yeah.
Every aspect of it was wonderful.
What about the TSA in Philadelphia?
Once again, she had a problem. And again, the immigration, come on, God, they were just
Do you have
nasty.
global entry?
That's what you need.
Yeah.
You got to drive like 200 miles to get it, but yeah.
All I know is I presented a fresh, clean American passport with my photograph on it. Why'd you leave the country? Well, of course, I'm trying to foment a revolution, of course, declaring unity and love
can't
for
be a smart aleck.
Great Britain.
Oh, don't be a smart
I did
aleck.
that once.
No, I didn't.
No sense of humor, huh,
What
Pat?
would have been okay for them to say as you came back into the country?
Hi.
Welcome
How are you?
home.
Just nothing. You don't have to get all mad. Why'd you go out of the country? I don't know. Maybe to see relatives. Last time I checked, it was still legal.
They ask you that every time, and they ask everybody that. It's not just you. They say, "Hey, what were you doing over there?
No,
Business
but
or pleasure?"
He didn't say
kind
it
of
like
thing?
that. He said it real mean.
He said it.
Real mean.
Yes, and you would
Hey,
know.
Pat! He said it real mean.
He said it hurt my feelings.
Now, the last time,
Sound like you're ratting to your teacher.
the last time I came in,
That man's mean.
the last time, remember this? I told you this story. The last time I came back in, the guy started laughing. I was coming in from the Bahamas, and the guy looked at my passport and he goes, "Sir, this is the worst passport photo I have ever seen. I'm going to bring it in. In that photograph, I look darker than Ace."
I thought it went the other way,
No.
and you were pale, like the guy from Bill and Ted.
I'll bring in the old passport.
How's the new photo? Glamour shot?
Oh, the new
Nice?
photo is amazing. My buddy Sean took it at FedEx.
Gorgeous.
Lighting.
Sean-
He did the lighting and
Sean
makeup.
does fine work.
Sean's a master.
He's amazing.
He's my main man.
He's your best friend now, isn't
Are
he?
you wearing a hat in the photo?
No, you can't wear a hat in the photo. But you can't wear, I forget.
Well, a mask.
You can't wear white shirts. You have to wear, I don't know. It
has to be on a white
They frown
background.
on
Yeah, white
They frown
background.
on ski masks in the photo. Yeah.
You remember Bobcat's driver's license? He wore
Yeah.
he wore the really bad toupee, and they let him keep it. He insisted on that. That was his hair, and I think
Really?
it's still right now. It's still on his driver's license. Yeah.
See, that's just eventually going to get you in trouble.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You're going to get pulled over, and suddenly you're going to get frisked. And they're going to do an anal search. And
Yeah, because when you get pulled over on the highway, they start with your ass.
Every time.
What's wrong with
How many
you?
drinks have you had? Well, let's check your ass.
Well, you can do the breathalyzer,
Yeah,
the
you
blood.
could.
But the most accurate reading
Yeah,
right
you
out
don't
of the
refuse the
old
ass.
chute.
now, you were talking about Wimbledon,
Yes, I was.
and you mentioned the Pimm's Cup.
Yeah.
This says it's the British answer to sangria.
There you go.
Do you remember when sangria was everywhere?
Yes.
No.
Was that Reuniti? Sangria?
Do you ever?
No, it's
Reuniti
like
on
a red
ice.
wine
Yeah,
with
it's
fruit.
wine and fruit. Yeah.
Wine and
Was
fruit.
that a thing at parties for you in college?
No, we learned about it in Spanish class, and we did
That's big in
a
Spain
non-alcoholic
still.
version of it in Spanish class when I was like in like 8th grade.
That used to be every party you'd go to. The sangria was a big deal.
You know, we did in college. It was called Jungle Juice, and it was Everclear mixed
Yeah.
with orange juice, pineapple juice. You had Squirt, the soda Squirt
sure.
to it,
Yeah.
and then half a bottle of grenadine. That will get the
Ooh,
job done,
boy.
boys.
That gets you there fast.
Pim's Cup, isn't Pim's like a citrus liqueur or something? Yeah.
Yeah, it says it's like gin.
It's very British.
Yeah.
Don't you mix that up in the bathtub? What you were mixing up?
No, we would do. We would just
Everclear.
get like a big, like someone would have like all their summer clothes in a big crate. We'd take that, we'd wash it out with a hose, and we would just dump a bunch of stuff in there. It was fun, man.
This says Pim's #1 cup. The base spirit is gin, herbal, citrusy, slightly spiced, 25% ABV. Invented by James Pim.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
ABV.
What's the percentage?
25%.
Oh, that'll get the job done.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a little less than wine.
And the other thing at Wimbledon is the strawberries and
cream,
right?
I do not know.
And champagne, apparently.
Oh, wait a minute. I got a story for you. I forgot about this one.
Okay.
Walk out of my hotel, walk 50 feet to the right, and there was a great smoothie place. Next to that was a coffee place.
Yeah.
Now, I want to see if, Christy, you'll remember this. Do you remember Civet Coffee?
Oh, yeah, with the cat.
Yeah.
Where they digest the coffee beans and then
Poop them out.
and they make the
had
coffee
that.
from it.
Did
you have it?
They had Civet Coffee, and once again, if you you're going to have to look it up because you're not going to believe me. The civet is some kind of cat, and I think it's in, I don't know, somewhere
in South America,
Asia,
I thought it was
whatever.
South America, but whatever.
And they force feed these beans to these animals. They poop them out, which allegedly takes away the bitterness, I think.
Yeah,
allegedly.
And then they make coffee out of it. So.
And did you try it?
No, we tried it here one morning, and but it was extremely expensive. But
I think I remember it being just a touch bitter, I thought.
Well, it's supposed to take the bitters. It's just one of those pretentious things that no one really would ever do that. But
that's why I'm surprised you didn't try it and love it, because you're like the king of that stuff.
But I got talking to the barista.
Of course.
They have a coffee there, and I can probably find the menu. They have a coffee there that is it was like 690 pounds per cup. It's the most. They said the guy goes, "This is the most expensive coffee in the world."
Oh,
and I said, "Does anyone ever get it?" He goes, "Yeah, a guy got one this morning." And they make a little pot of it, and he goes, He said, "I got to try it. It's nothing."
How much a cup?
600. I think it was 600. I think it was 697 pounds.
697 pounds. How is it not working at the Philadelphia airport?
Yeah,
my goodness.
But I mean, what's
that's
the
a
ratio?
fat cup of coffee.
That's like $1,000.
That's like $1,000.
Yeah. The guy. He goes, it's just one of those, ridiculous things.
Wow.
It was, and also it's one of those things. That street. You walk down the street and there's a murdered out Ferrari.
Yeah, well, you were never mind. You were staying in a very nice area.
I'm staying in Mayfair,
right?
Because I wanted to be able to walk to Hyde Park.
Yeah.
Oh, Mayfair.
Mayfair's a very nice area.
And what is Hyde Park again, Pat? What is that?
Well, there's an alternative area of
is there?
Hyde Park.
Yeah.
I'll be behind the tree.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
I'll pull up
That's
the menu
lovely.
for this place. If you want to buy $1,000 cup of coffee, you can do it. It's amazing.
Where did we stay when we went?
I forget. I don't remember.
It's delightful.
This place was significantly nicer.
What is Pat like to travel with, Tom?
I like to travel with Tom.
I just think
he was
incredibly organized.
Nobody
ready to go.
Terribly nervous.
I'm a bad flyer.
Bad flyer. You're a bad passenger. One time I was driving Pat to a show in Iowa, and I went 5 over to pass a guy that was going slow. And he goes,
"Go the speed limit,
hey,
please."
Speedy over there.
I don't care.
Shut up!
That's
You're
true.
getting there safe, man.
I'm the worst. I'm a bad passenger. I'm a bad flyer.
You're a bad person. You ever look at that?
I'm an all-around horrible man.
You're a big bitch. You ever know that? Why aren't you at the TSA in Philly, huh?
We flew there. I'd flown in from Washington. Tom picked me up. We go to London, and then I wake up. I had no idea where I was.
Right?
I look out the window, and it was Mary Poppins. I was like, it was all these old England. I went, where the hell? I'm in England. It was like old chimneys. I went, what the hell?
Oh, and here's something that I hadn't noticed. This is really smart. They have in big letters imprinted on the streets at the corners which way you're supposed to look.
Oh, because
they're driving on the other side.
It's kind of backwards. Yeah.
So if you're used to looking left, sometimes it'll say look left, look right. Very handy.
Those actually aren't there all the time. They heard you were coming, and they quickly installed them.
I need them.
We're going to have 39 accidents every hour if we don't get these signs changed for Tom. Yeah.
Had a great time. Weekend in England. Not weekend in New England like your Barry Manilow song.
Oh.
Speaking of songs, Pat, you got something coming up?
I do. I hope.
Okay, well, I've got a treat for you, I think.
Optimism is high.
No. If anyone, by the way, can explain why the guy was sitting on the toilet side saddle, let me know. And I will post on a different toilet note the photograph of the toilet in my hotel room, and it was indeed rectangular.
I say we get a picture of you on the toilet here, side
saddle.
You don't have to take your pants down. Just sit on the toilet side saddle.
Well, I'm taking my pants down.
Oh, he's got to take his pants down.
Was your toilet clean for the photo? Was your toilet clean for the photo?
Of course.
Okay, you got to make sure.
Yeah.
People will analyze that.
Yeah, this is kind of.
And didn't you tell me you a major transaction going over and coming back?
No. Twice though, coming back.
Twice
Yeah,
in the toilet.
I had tried to time everything so I wouldn't have to do that, but unfortunately,
man,
yeah, it was really on my level of
how
anxiety.
you pull that off. I could not.
I'm not an anxious flyer, but
all
if I have to poop on the plane,
all that Welsh rarebit,
and then but every time that seatbelt sign would come on, I'd go, "Uh-oh."
Uh-oh?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't want to get trapped here.
Did you have spotted dick while you were over there?
He got it when he came back.
Oh, hey, that's
right.
I'll be behind the couch. Yeah.
Those aren't zits.
Oh, yeah.
What is
Come on, man.
Spotted dick is a dessert. It was like a pudding. What is it again?
I think it is. I don't know.
I've never had it.
It comes in a can. I know that.
Well, you
It
can
comes
make your own,
anywhere.
you can make your own pudding. Yeah.
It prefers to come in a can. I know that.
Oh, can I share? So this is another unusual thing.
Yeah.
If you ordered a coffee and you asked for cream and sugar, every single time I did, they would always go, "We have milk," which is nice. In other words, they made a effort to point out it's not cream; it's going to be milk. That's cool.
And what was your response? I asked for cream, you fat bitch.
Look, lady, I'm on a roll. I just came from Philly, okay? You want to mess with me some more?
With your bad attitude, you should work at the Philadelphia airport.
Boy, oh, boy.
Well, on that note,
People!
coming up, we'll be joined by comedian Dave Dyer, who also happens to be a fireman in the great state
for the warning.
of Michigan. He's got a special charity gig coming up, so he's making a charity appearance on our program.
Oh,
isn't that nice?
How nice
We got
for
music coming up from Patty G, updates on Oasis, Ozzy Osbourne in Birmingham. He says the last time he's going to perform.
Well, after you see it, I would.
We have a headline that has
Yeah.
has the phrase "genitals crushed" in it.
Gross.
Yikes!
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Man.
The only good part of the story is it was at least in a BMW.
I got hit in the genitals with a football helmet during practice one time.
This guy got hit with a BMW.
Thought I was going to die.
Again, a large automobile in the balls.
Oh, yeah.
That's all coming up from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, where this is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Yo.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Willie Griswold is there.
My man.
And in case you haven't heard, Josh Arnold quit. And these were
Finally had it.
these were his last words on the show.
I quit.
There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. Great to be back in the USA. Now, did you go see any fireworks?
I did not.
Because I saw fireworks in London.
I heard plenty. How do they present the 4th of July in London? As if they came out on top?
It was just
They change it.
It was inadvertent. At the end of Noah Khan's show, they shot some off. It was incredibly cool at Hyde Park, London.
I had not done this before. Well, Joey's my standard Australian Shepherd's 3 years old, and I finally got it together to go to the vet and get her some pills for the fireworks. And man, I'm not going to tell you what they gave her. I'll tell you guys off the air, but I don't want to share it on the air.
And were they minty when you took them?
I have not taken them yet, but let me tell you something.
They're suppositories.
This little puppy dog could care less, man.
Really?
Fireworks, I don't care. Shoot them out of my ass. I don't care. That sounds great.
It is the D and CBD stand for doggy.
She is laying in the middle of the floor right now.
Oh, yeah.
High AF.
I'm pretty sure me and Joey, I had a pretty similar thing going on spring of 2016. Just tell her to be careful.
Man.
Make sure she weans off.
Oh, well, I'm getting, yeah.
I'm watching her. Is that one of those internet things, HAF? High as...
F?
Oh, yeah.
No,
AF.
AF.
It's been around for a while.
That's
I know AF is.
Whatever.
But it's high as, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So your doggy was okay. Well, that's good.
She's fine. She's wonderful now. So
Okay, cool. But you didn't go see any live fireworks?
I did not.
Mr. Godwin, did you?
In the bedroom. Fireworks in the bedroom.
My man.
Oh, you were Bird and Beaver?
Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley.
Backseat of the limo. Didn't
Was
know
your
the
hand flying?
camera was on.
Fireworks in the bedroom.
No.
Now, were they lady fingers or were they M80s?
Did you have sex with a man?
I'll be behind the bottle rocket.
Yes or no? And it's okay if you did, buddy. I love you.
I got to see some fireworks driving into town last night. The Morgan County Fair had some fireworks, and there was a storm brewing.
Last night?
Yes, and I saw fireworks and like thunder at the same time.
You mean lightning?
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm 32. I'm never going to get that right. I'm never going to nail that one. It was very creepy. The fireworks and thunder looked like Stranger Things. Freaked me out.
That sounds kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Is that? Are they? Are a lot of places now are doing July 4th pretty much whenever they feel like
Oh,
it.
yeah.
There were a bunch of them the previous weekend.
Right.
Is that because the companies that do it, it's a better fee if you're not doing it on the 4th?
Or you can't book them because there are too many. I mean,
there you go.
I don't know.
And I know the big deal, we mentioned this before, next year is... Wow.
You mentioned this before. You're eaten up by it already. I can't imagine next.
No,
4th
because
of
it's a
July.
huge deal because next year is the 250th, right?
No, 300 would be the big deal. Just like 200 was the big
No,
deal.
and what is it? It's not like sesquicentennial. There's some weird word that you'll never use again.
But it's on a Saturday.
It's on a Saturday, and they were saying because of that,
deuce and a half.
the celebrations are going to be even bigger. But the big question is, are they going to resolve the tax issue with China? Because all these fireworks companies need to order their stuff now. And if there's going to be a 50% tax on it, they're not going. It's complicated, but I don't know if that's been resolved in the last few weeks. But it should be a huge celebration next year, 250 years of America.
So you didn't get a chance because I know you used to be a proponent of having your own fireworks in your own yard.
I'm a fan,
and you would pound pipe into the ground.
I was in England, so I didn't do anything.
Is that how Willie grew up, with fireworks from your dad?
I was telling somebody the story the other day. It was so weird. He made such an event out of it. He wore glasses.
Yeah.
One year he wore a big welder's mask. And then he would run around with a blowtorch. And he said that made him more safe. But
Yes.
it's seemingly less safe, I think, running around with an active blowtorch.
No, because this way, the fuse takes it seriously.
Yeah.
If you walk up with one of those punks or whatever, you're going, is it lit? Is it lit? You hit it with one of those Bernzomatic torches.
The weird thing is, growing up, I thought this was regular. It wasn't until I was like 12, my buddies came over for this, and they were like, "Oh my, your dad is a psycho." And I was like, "I don't know yet," but now it's been confirmed.
And I built a mortar launcher.
Yeah,
Of course
I built
you
a mortar
did.
launcher.
Out of PCV.
Yeah, you did.
PVC.
What is it? PVC.
PVC.
Yeah, you got it
yes.
backwards.
That
at the end
plastic,
there.
that white plastic.
Polyvinyl chloride.
Yeah, whatever it is. And
CB4.
You could you drop those
Blew up the
balls
neighborhood one year.
and they shoot off. It was
Now,
cool.
Was Willie that age where he went with you to the fireworks that you were wondering, wow, there's all these parking spaces. I don't know what this is great. And you were there the wrong day for the 4th of July fireworks?
That's correct.
And Willie was
I think
in the car?
Willie might have been at camp that year, but no, I drove over right across the street, actually,
Yeah.
where they have great fireworks every year. And
On the 4th of July?
usually it's hard to park. I was going to park here and walk over.
Yeah, of course I was at camp. I was trying to stay away from a madman with a blowtorch and a welder's mask.
Willie, come out here and help
blowing
me
up
with
the
this
golf
mortar
course.
launcher. Right now.
Yeah, they did the fireworks on a different night. That was a couple years ago. Yeah, absolutely.
That's when it started for you, that you went, oh,
Yeah,
wait.
now you got to check.
Yeah.
Well, you don't see the logic in, like, if the 4th of July is on a Thursday, they probably just have them on Saturday night, right?
Well, but again, Willie said some places did them. 4th of July this year was Friday. Some places did them on Sunday.
I think
Yeah.
that was maybe a county fair situation, maybe the last day of the county fair. It was cool, man.
Yeah, and I love them. I love them live. I love to see them. I think it's great.
Don't care about it.
But what was your classic, your daughter's story that you finally bonded
Well,
with?
she
her?
was like 9 or 10. It's 4th of July. Elle, do you want to go out and see the fireworks? And she got this, scrunch your face up. Aren't those on television? And I said, yes. Yes, they are, honey.
No,
they sure are.
No paternity test required.
And you are my daughter.
Yeah.
You're darn right.
They don't work on TV.
Let's
Sorry.
relax.
No.
I'm not a fireworks guy, and I don't understand people who are fireworks people. I don't get it.
Well, you
you're
see
a-
one firework, you've seen them all, right?
Yeah, you ooh-ah
Are you
once.
all just lesser people?
No,
You don't enjoy the.
I mean, seriously.
It's true.
They kind of they're just.
Oh,
No, but they-
hey, there's the red flower.
Yeah.
I hope this gets a little more exciting at the end.
Oh, look, it's a blue
cannons.
flower.
I like it. All of a sudden, you hear that sound, and you think like you're in the Mekong Delta. Incoming.
Oh,
that's-
there's a flash of light.
Kirby, get the
here
BAR.
Here comes the boom. I love that
I
line.
Another
hate
flash
that
of light.
The
boom.
big boom.
Hate the
Okay.
big boom.
Oh, the finale. Look at that. Red, white, and blue.
Are
this
you
year.
all?
Communist?
God.
No, honestly, I like fireworks. I'm just teaming up with them. It's more fun to go against you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's way more fun. Get you fired up, make you yell again.
I'm just saying, next year, July 4th, Saturday night, it's going to break all kinds of records. Fireworks, booze sales.
Are they going to give us Friday or Monday off if it's on a Saturday?
I don't know.
Because I like it when it falls on a weekday.
Can we
I
get
don't
Friday,
know.
Monday? That'd be nice.
I don't know how we got Thursday off this year.
Yeah.
Me either.
I'm still
I
not-
know.
Because the big man had to
He
travel.
had to go to London.
Somebody had an agenda.
I'm not going to let. You think I'm going to let you? I'm not going to let you drive this ship without me here to steer it back to deep water.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we know.
We did it for a
I
month.
Control.
Remember that month? It was awesome.
I can drown anybody.
Well, is that sports?
Yeah, oddly enough it is. I'm
Okay.
tired. Aren't you tired? I'm
Yeah.
tired.
All day.
Coming up, a bizarre alt version of Chuck E. Cheese is on the way.
Hey, it's Mickey Rats. Come on by.
Well, you're kind of right. We have something that I'm surprised doesn't happen a lot more often. Let's just say you own a swimming pool.
I own a swimming pool.
And you've got a naked stranger in it one afternoon. What do you do?
Well, I'll offer him a towel.
Yeah, is it a guy stranger or a lady
What's
stranger?
going on?
Some lemonade?
What's the shape size?
Now, what do you
Or
think?
is it a
Big
fatty
fatty?
fat?
Is it
I'm going to say,
a big fatty?
depending on what this bitch weighs,
How much water have they displaced from the pool?
Is there
Yeah.
water
They
all
got
over the lawn?
We're going to find out what happens to naked guy
Okay.
in your swimming pool when we come back to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, where this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening this morning. Got something to say? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
So good, so good, so good.
Great brands, great prices. Everyone's got a reason to rack.
You know they have Marc Jacobs?
Nike? Yes. Just so many good brands.
Vince, Birkenstock, and more brands you love are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. Plus, buy it online and pick it up in-store the same day for free. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
Super Center.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin. Hello, Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee. And Tom, we have a very special guest.
Joining us in the studio, it's
Yes.
comedian, firefighter, Mr. Dave Dyer has joined us in the studio. A professional firefighter,
Yes.
as well as a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
And how are things going at the firehouse?
Things have been good. We escaped the 4th of July without any major stuff that happened.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I guess, the 4th of July, probably a big night for you guys.
Last year, we had a very big structure fire on the 4th of July of somebody disposing of fireworks that weren't quite out yet.
Ooh, yikes. Yeah. I had dinner one time with a guy that was an ER doc on 4th of July evening, and he was getting ready to go to work. And where he knew he'd be sewing someone's eyeball back in and that sort of thing. Yeah, so it can be serious business.
Yeah.
Now, I just got
What
back
kind
from...
of thread do you use to sew an eyeball back in?
Fishing line?
Yeah. Something really like a 20-pound test?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There were some incidents for me over the weekend. I took a trip to England and back. It's amazing.
Nice.
The contemporary world we live in, you can go places and come back. So it's great.
Yeah, they're called planes. They're called
places
planes.
and
Travel.
come
Air
back.
travel.
I mean, you get to go places, then you get to come back.
Right.
You see.
See, that's my problem with going places. You guys go, why didn't you go more places? I go, well, when I go more places, all I want to do is go back home. So why? I cut out the middleman.
Oh, but you don't.
Stay home.
But that's not true. You actually want to go to England and stay
Yes,
there.
I do. I'm going to stay. Yes. It's going to happen.
I cannot wait.
Oh, yeah.
I love you. I want you around.
No.
But
It's
for your
gonna
own
be-
sake, when you book that
You
one-way
guys are going
flight,
to be going, where's Chick? Oh, my God, he did it. Yeah.
Is it
oh,
hard
yeah.
to do that?
What do you mean?
To become an English citizen?
Not if you have enough cash, you can do anything. Am
Gotcha.
I right, Tom?
You can stay underground.
You damn right I can. What?
Oh, sure.
Underground?
Oh, yeah. You don't have to. You take a trip there and you just don't tell them. You just don't leave.
You know, a guy can
just don't leave.
Fix me up a passport and
You know,
change
actually,
my name and all the whole
not about
thing.
a passport, but I know a guy that once you get there can keep you there.
Tom can do anything.
Really?
Yeah, he knows people.
I like this more and more.
Now, Mr. I'm sure you've experienced many things. As a firefighter, you come across odd things. So I'm at the Philadelphia airport on my way back.
Come on, man. We were just getting the
Let's
show
hear it.
rolling.
A fire?
No.
Okay.
He was hot, though.
Yeah. So American Airlines, love them. Thank you very much. The greatest. They had
Great.
wonderful flights. But I had to pee. You know how that is.
Sure.
And so I walk into once I get through being not very welcomed back into my own country and get through TSA again, I walk into this giant men's room.
Okay.
And as I'm walking in, the urinals are apparently around the back, and you can see there's like a foot-high space in the stalls, and I see a guy sitting side saddle. I can just see his feet, and they're facing that way.
Oh.
So he's like this on the toilet.
Right.
So now I don't know what this means. I've never seen this. I was wondering if it was some kind of weird code.
Join me in here?
Remember the famous story where the guy had the wide stance, the politician?
Sure, yeah.
Here we go. This comes to us from...
Wait a minute. There is somebody who's going to... It is a
we
code?
We have a sidewinder?
People... a sidewinder. I like that.
You filthy
sidewinder. Wouldn't that be a great nickname?
Yeah.
And they call me Sidewinder. Why is that? Oh, because when I crap, I go sideways.
That's right.
Okay. Now, Christy, I think, theorized perhaps his gluteal cleft went the other way, perpendicular to the standard American gluteal cleft.
Right.
In other words, he'd have like a sideways
I
ass,
see.
Yeah.
Boy,
that's-
none of his pants
Crack
would
goes
fit,
wrong.
though.
Yeah. That'd be very... he goes, I'm thinking that the side saddle gent in the men's room was possibly using the toilet paper dispenser as a phone stand while watching videos while he was in the facility.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Oh, I don't doubt that at
That's
all.
smart. Yeah.
Well, that's just disgusting.
Great.
I think we have it
No,
figured out.
Or
No.
he was doing something else, watching.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Nobody watches
Is
that
this
stuff.
chapter called Jackin' in Philly?
Maybe.
He was playing with himself
that's-
in public.
That's even worse. In the stench of a men's room in an airport?
It's private. You've got the
Yeah.
door closed.
Oh.
You're the freak going around looking through the
Yes.
little crack in the door.
I'm not even... I'm not... it was like
You're saying no. You're saying you went into the men's room
Yes,
and there was no way you could avoid it.
No, yes, I'm walking in. There's a stall straight ahead, and you can see like there's a foot-long gap at the bottom of the stall door.
Right.
And I see this guy's shoes are facing the other way. They're
Did you
facing...
bend over at all? Did
No,
you bend over
I-
at
no,
all?
I-
I don't believe it.
I walked
don't
away.
believe it.
I walked to the farthest urinal to get as far away from this freak as possible.
Freak.
I don't know. I don't know the Philadelphia area. I don't know what kind of things go on
Maybe he
there.
had a long layover. You got to take care of a little
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little lonely.
looking at his phone. I'll bet.
Are you
that's
sure
it.
it was an actual human? Could have been a mannequin somebody put on there.
Just to mess with people.
Bottom half.
just to get people in and out of the bathroom quickly.
You know, that gag would have worked if you put him the right way.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see now. Dear Bob and Tom Show, you said you saw the guy sitting sideways in the toilet. Is it possible that he had just eaten an entire sweet potato pie and was bracing himself? This gets back to Pat's song.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Great to have you in the studio, Willie. Thank you, Brian from Ohio. These are all interesting theories.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Maybe the toilet paper sometimes, like if there's a phone up there, there's a surface. So
Sure.
maybe he was eating a sandwich. He just set it there.
Oh.
You're going to set a sandwich there?
He set a sandwich there, and then you turn over. You have a little French dip. You dip it in your shoe.
I know why you're doing
Go
it.
to town.
I think the watching video thing. I think the guys nailed it.
Yeah, I think that's it too.
But wouldn't you face?
And I'm sorry, but
Have you ever
face,
seen?
Would you face front though and put it on the back of the toilet?
well, then your feet
Oh,
would
yeah.
be backwards, and then people are going to think.
You're
I think it'd fall off easier that way, though.
But I mean,
Yeah.
if it was sitting on the roll, it could. And first of all, people that are using that are the amount of whatever it is, E. coli is going to be.
A factor.
I think E.
worried-
coli is the last of his.
This
worries.
guy's
Yeah.
there's some guy walking around with a terrible case of pink eye this morning. Just saying.
Yeah.
We got a couple of emails for you, Tom. Hello, Bob and Tom Show. Listening to Tom's TSA rant this morning was fantastic. No better way to start a Monday. Good to see Willie in the studio this morning. You guys rock. That's from
And,
Kyle.
and God bless the people who work at the TSA. I'm just saying the one in
Except this one
one in Philadelphia.
One gal.
The TSA needs some standards. They need signs. Dave, I walk up to this place and she goes, "You got to put everything in your suitcase." My phone. Then she turns around and throws this dog bowl. No, put it in there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, ma'am. I should have just pulled one out of my ass because how did I know?
Right.
And
Why don't you put these where people can see them?
You're being truthful about her tone and inflection.
Absolutely. She was a total bitch.
And you don't know that you can't take your phone through.
Of course.
Okay.
But usually you put it in a
little
bin
bowl
or
or
a tray, and they're right there for you.
Right. Okay.
And then I think it's perfectly legitimate to say shoes on or off.
Yeah.
So you want large signs with a large font saying "Do this"?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They
I
can
see
put
that.
them and put them in 50 languages, whatever they have to, or have someone politely say, "By the way,
A lot of signs.
That's a lot of signs. 50 languages.
Well,
50 languages.
What is this? A UN?
But now, aren't there signs up there already? Why couldn't you see those?
There's not a lot of signs. I am with them.
There were none.
There aren't.
Usually they have somebody yelling instructions.
And
Yes.
the shoe thing, I get it, I understand it, and here the lady, when she went through, they took one of those wands and they did a whole thing with her shoes. I don't know what that was all about. I guess I don't know. So who knows?
Maybe she was wearing steel-toed shoes.
Maybe they're magic shoes, with the wand.
Yeah.
One
I got-
more.
Make her float.
Hang on. Dear Tom, there TSA bitches out there that big. There you go.
Another guy speaking for Josh. This is Marcus in Sedona, Arizona. I need to speak for Josh in his absence. For years, Josh has been a champion for human rights in the TSA line.
Oh, yeah.
Every single time he even begins to suggest maybe we could be treated like humans instead of cattle, Tom jumps him and accuses him of being un-American and hating air travel in general.
That's true. He does.
And now you've had
I'm
the
just
same
saying,
experience.
I got the bad lady.
You got a bad lady.
You like your pilots? You
He
like
says-
your flight
I know. I
attendants?
love flying. It
Want
was
them well
great.
paid?
Everything-
Josh is now vindicated. Thank you, Mark.
No, just one bad apple doesn't spoil the whole bunch. Although the three guys behind her who appeared to be doing absolutely nothing, they could have
Except
maybe
looking at X-rays and checking.
Yeah, no, there were three guys behind her doing nothing. They could have maybe taken one of those bowls and put it out there for the people who need it.
Right.
No.
And by the way, could you possibly clean that thing? It looked like it'd been used to
They were working
to plug
hard
up
on
an elephant's ass.
4th of July weekend, man. You're
Oh,
not going to give
could
them a
you
little bit of a
imagine?
break.
There was nobody there. It was me and no one else.
They probably go in shifts. Yeah, you came upon that woman. Boom, she taps out. The next guy comes up. They're all going to be.
Oh, I'm sure she's going
right?
to tap out. You got to get more food in that body.
You got to take it.
You can't maintain that
It's
way.
been 20
without
minutes since your last cheesesteak.
Eating about every 40 minutes, yeah. You're right.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Break time.
Yeah.
Okay. Dave Dyer's joined us in the studio.
Yes.
Dave, well, we can't talk to you now, but thanks for coming.
Yep, you got it. Thank you for having me.
Good to see you.
It's always good.
He's going to be at the Rees Theater in Plymouth, Indiana. Oh, for the Stop, Drop, and Laugh fundraising event for the fire department.
Yep.
That's cool.
Nice. Yep.
Oh, that's nice. The
Yeah.
Rees Theater. Go to reestheater.org to find out more information. Yep. You'll also be at the Roxy in Rochester, Michigan on Friday, July 18th. Saturday the 12th is when you'll be at the Rees Theater in Plymouth. We're going to come back and find out what's the latest with you and what's happening, how much the shaving thing is happening, and what parts of your body are clean and what aren't.
You got it. I'm ready for it.
Because you'll notice he's got a shaved head now, and he got
He's
rid of
had
the
it
he got rid of the
always.
mustache. What-
Had to.
Did the porn industry?
I
stop?
love the mustache.
Porn industry was great, but I'll explain.
Okay, good. Looking forward to that. Once again, Dave Dyer is our in-studio guest. That's Chick McGee across the way.
Yes,
I can
it
see him.
is. And I'll tell you about Simply Safe. What's feeling safe at home really mean to you? It used to be good locks and maybe an alarm that would make a lot of noise if somebody broke in, but we all know true security is more, a system that works to prevent that break-in from ever happening in the first place, and that's where Simply Safe comes in. We even use it here at the Bob and Tom Studios. Most security systems only take action after somebody's already broken in. Simply Safe has new Active Guard outdoor protection, helps stop break-ins before they happen with AI-powered cameras and live monitoring. Agents detect suspicious activity around your property. If someone's lurking, agents talk to them in real time, turn on spotlights, and can call the police, proactively deterring crime before it starts. No contracts, no hidden fees, and in Simply Safe named Best Home Security System of 2025 by CNET. Monitoring plans start around $1 a day, 60-day money-back guaranteed. So go to simplysafetom.com, and do we have a deal for you? 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan and you get your first month free. That's simplysafetom.com. First month free and 50% off. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. We got a song coming out of Mr. Godwin, et cetera, from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Don't miss Blinds.com's 4th of July mega sale happening now. Save up to 50%, plus get a free professional measure. Blinds.com invented a better way to shop for window treatments with upfront pricing, no showroom markups, and no salespeople in your home. Choose from classic shutters to outdoor shades and more, all backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. Don't miss Blinds.com's 4th of July mega sale. Save up to 50%, plus get a free measure. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee, Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, Ace Cosby. I'm Chick. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Hello, Tom. We have a special guest.
He is comedian David Dyer. Dave also is a fireman.
Yep.
And you said you had a good 4th of July. No
We did.
structure fires to
Nothing
deal with?
major. No structure fires. We had one trash can on fire.
Nice.
That was it.
And how do you
Had the homeowner put that out?
No, well, the homeowner called and said, hey, my trash can at the end of my driveway is on fire. So we went just with the water can. You pull out the water can. That's a can job, they call it.
A can job.
Yeah, it's a can job. You pull the water can out, and you got to take, a pick or something. You got to separate all the trash, make sure nothing else is burning in there.
Can job sounds like something more expensive.
Well,
something more expensive in Vegas.
Tom, I tried to. This is Andy, Christy's husband.
Christy's husband.
I tried to talk Christy into the can job.
Yep.
On our honeymoon. Yeah, that's exactly.
That's going to be at least a diamond watch.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm going to try again. Don't tell her to. Okay.
Tennis bracelet.
Yeah, bite the pillow. Okay, I'm sorry.
There you go. Take the pain.
Dave Dyer is going to be doing a charity event at the Reese Theater in Plymouth, Indiana. The Stop, Drop, and Laugh fundraiser for the fire department.
Yep, for the Plymouth
great.
Volunteer Fire Department. That's Saturday.
And everything going okay with?
Everything's good with fire. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I noticed you have a different look. Last time you were here, you had this huge porno mustache.
Yep, I did.
Gave you a lot of grief about it, but you've shaved the head, shaved the stash.
I have. Here's the thing. Everything is so gray now that the salt and pepper from the mustache is now mostly salt. And I was telling Willie earlier, I did an experiment just a few weeks back. I said to my wife, I'm going to grow everything out for a month and see what happens.
Oh, the beard, the whole deal?
Well, I can't do the beard because of fire, but I can do the mustache and I can do the hair. Let's see. I want to see how gray it is. I lasted 8 days, and I looked 93.
I see.
And so I said, that's it. It's gone. It's just all gone. We're going Buddhist. Face is clean. Everything's tight. It's the only way I can get by under 60.
I see.
Looking under 60.
Now because you're a fireman, obviously you can't have a beard because you have to wear the face mask.
Yep, our masks.
But you can have a stash.
You can have a mustache as long as it doesn't impede that seal. You've got to have.
Sure, that makes sense.
Your face mask on your SCBA, self-contained breathing apparatus.
Very nice.
Of course,
You have to make a seal on your face so you can breathe. So you can't have a beard.
I see.
Okay, so you noticed that he didn't have a mustache. Did you notice that your son doesn't have his?
We had a whole dinner together in Chicago.
He
gave me hell about that mustache for months.
Right, right.
Into the dinner. It was about an hour. It was a lovely dinner. It was great. Thanks for taking me out, Pop. I go, he didn't say anything about the mustache. And he goes, oh, my God, I am so unobservant, aren't I? Wow. He didn't notice my sister had a nose ring for 2 years. That was so funny. He tried to yell, hey, you cannot have a nose ring. You're my daughter. She goes, I've had this for 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Is that Sally or Lucy? Who has the nose ring?
Lucy had one.
Oh.
Yeah. Sally, she'll get one in 3 weeks, I'm sure.
As soon as she gets to college.
She's 18.
She's already snuck a tattoo. I know that.
She has?
Oh, she snuck a tattoo, huh?
Yeah. And coming up tomorrow, I think there's an interesting article about tattoos and how they're misinterpreted by people.
What does that mean?
Yeah, and then the other day at lunch, Finn, who's 12, goes, now, can I get a tattoo, Daddy? And I said, then she actually goes, she looks at Kelly and she goes, Daddy said if I get a tattoo, he's taking me out of the will.
You're still using that line.
And I went, first of all, how do you even know about the will?
Well, Kelly tells you.
Mind your P's and Q's.
Yes, I think the fact that
marked on the calendar.
Yeah, the fact
that she talked about
it. The fact that it's framed in the hallway when you walk in.
But in Kelly's defense, she refers to it as when the ship comes in. That's what she said.
Sure, of course.
Yeah. Things will be great then, by God.
And that's just you wait.
And then Finn.
Just you wait.
Finn, once again, she's 12 years old. In all sincerity, goes, "Is that true?" So, yeah. But no, I did not notice Willie had gotten rid of the stash. But I think it looks good without the stash.
Thanks.
See, I don't know.
Good.
You look clean.
I don't know what to do with a person who refers to it as the stash.
Yeah.
And why did you get rid of it?
It was just the classic. I was trying to shave and kind of trim it up, and then you mess up one part.
Yep.
And then you got to try to even it out.
Been there.
That's why I told you. I gave you some advice. You never trim the mustache with anything electrical.
Dave, I had the scissors, and I just didn't use
Oh,
it.
you
It was
did?
one of those
Okay.
things where I was like, no, I can get this. It was like, it was 11 p.m. I shouldn't even have been doing it.
Yeah. I gouged mine countless times, jerking my head with an electric razor. What's that? And just a big gouge out of
Next
it.
thing you know, you got the Hitler.
Yes, that's it. No, you try to even it out. You try to even it out.
Oh, and now
You can't do comedy with the Hitler.
Now tell.
No, you can't.
Well,
you
wait a minute.
Some areas.
Hang on a second. Two things. One, I sent a picture of the square toilet in my hotel room. I sent it to Jason so you can get that posted on our social media.
There it is.
There you go. Look.
You tell me that doesn't look like a Wendy's hamburger.
That's the toilet in my
Beautiful.
hotel.
You know what? Now I feel like I have to go and I want to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
It's like a Minecraft toilet.
Again, I think it's what's the old architectural form follows function. In this case, it's just no.
Was it comfortable?
I think I sat on it once. I saved most of my activity for the airplane ride home, unfortunately.
Oh, that's nice for the
Where
other
they have,
passengers.
I almost got sucked into the toilet when it's flushed itself with me sitting
Sure.
on it. Boy, that's an unnatural enema. But part two, I texted Chick from the airport because I saw something that was so amazing. I could not get a picture of it. A guy walked by me at the airport.
Oh yeah, you said this, and you did. I did not see. Yeah, you didn't send. A
I'm
picture.
not kidding. He had a Hitler mustache and he was wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Right.
Oh,
I mean, he had the classic.
Look at.
I mean, is
Nazis need vacations too.
They get a whole month.
I'm pretty sure the weather's nice in Argentina this time of year.
Sure, yeah.
Is that where you're
Nazis on vacation? I love that.
I mean, isn't that sort of the one thing that is really should never come back? That particular
Hawaiian shirts or that mustache?
Both. Yeah.
I think they try to balance each other out, though. I think that if you have the mustache, then you have the Hawaiian shirt to go, hey, by the way, I have this. It's not for the big reason.
I'm taking the week off from hating everybody. I know I can't
Everyone
get rid of
calm
this,
down.
but
I'm on vacation.
their shirt says open-minded.
Right.
But as soon as I saw it, I wanted to double back and get a picture of the guy somehow.
Yeah.
But
The mustache says mass murderer. The Hawaiian shirt says, yeah.
hey,
Let's
chill
have
out.
a blast.
Yeah, we're gonna play some Jimmy Buffett songs.
Yep.
Yeah, who are these people?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting off track here. Let's
But
talk.
Chaplin was first, though, right? He had the mustache.
Yeah.
first.
Well, I thought that he did it for the Great Dictator, to make fun of Hitler.
No, he had it.
No, he had it all.
forever.
Wasn't that called? Was that called the toothbrush? Am I right?
I think it was.
Yeah, I think it is. Yep, you're right.
As opposed to, but still, I mean, there are certain things that you just don't want ever to come back.
No, I used to have a really cool haircut, kind of short on the sides, little fade, and then Kim Jong-un just ripped it. So now I can't have it anymore.
And your dad.
That is not a good look. Well, let's talk to Mr. David Dyer.
Yes.
A fireman, comedian, and let's see, married guy. You got
Married guy.
two adult daughters. Is that
I have
right?
2 daughters. Yep. Been
Still married.
32 years now.
Wow. Look at that.
32 years.
Don't
yep,
you know
it's
you
good.
can get out of it?
I know.
Okay.
I know. It's very expensive to get out of it. I love my wife. But you ever see these people? I saw a guy on TV. The people who get so intense and dramatic about their marriage. This guy's like, listen, I love my wife so much. I hope I go first. I hope I go first. You know, I can't imagine being on this planet for a minute without her. And I'm like, not me, man. Look at it. I don't want to go first. I love my wife. I love my wife. I do not want my wife to die. But if she does, there's a whole lot of stuff I get to do again. She hates roller coasters. I will be leaving the funeral and driving straight to Cedar Point if anybody wants to go. I'm getting sausage on my pizza again. Wow. And I'm wearing my Crocs and my bibs in public, Janice. Should have taken better care of yourself, honey.
I think that guy with the Hitler mustache and the Hawaiian shirt, I don't think he's evil. I think that he's just freshly divorced and he has some opportunities that he didn't have a few years
Always
ago.
wanted this. Always wanted this.
Sieg aloha, baby.
I didn't have to do
Getting
that.
sausage on my pizza.
I'm getting sausage on my pizza again.
Oh, okay.
Whole lot of possibilities opening up.
Have you thought about the...
a lot of possibilities.
Have you thought about the... what you're going to say at the funeral? Is that...
What about Janice?
Yeah.
I'll let other people step in. I've already said everything.
At least that's what she said.
Yeah, just go to the act.
Maybe take your act and have Chat GTP write a quick summary.
Yeah.
GPT?
What did I say?
GTP?
Sorry, I was...
We know what you meant.
That's a Trans Am, right?
Yeah, it is.
If you're just joining us, hello. Thanks for joining us. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see. There's Ace. There's Willie. There's comedian Dave Dyer, Chick McGee, Pat Godwin. We haven't heard a song from yet. And Christy Lee is at the Bob and Tom News Desk.
I could do a tribute to Dave.
Oh,
okay.
really?
Yeah.
Yes,
What
great.
does this involve?
Dave Dyer?
Yeah, well, like Springsteen's first draft of
Nobody ever sings.
of "I'm on Fire." It would be perfect for
Oh.
Dave.
Since you're a fireman, you're a firefighter.
This is the first draft.
Sounds good, man. That sounds
I'm
real
sure
nice.
it'll be great.
Raking up leaves after school, burn them in a pile with diesel fuel. Oh no, flames getting higher. Ooh, I'm on fire. My wife left me all alone. Think I'll make chicken while she's not home. Oh no, I spilled the fryer. Ooh, the house is on fire!
Hey! I got a story about something like this. Can I tell it?
Sure, fireman.
All right. Yep. We had, in the township I live in, there's a pretty strict ordinance about being able to burn stuff on your property.
Sure.
Right.
Here it is. Now, take this down, Patty. You have to be 100 feet away from your own structure. First of all, this is just to get a permit to be able to burn on your property. You got to be 100 feet away from your own structure with some kind of form of extinguishment, whether it's an extinguisher, a garden hose, whatever. You got to be 300 feet from the road. You got to be 500 feet from a structure owned by somebody else. And we got a call about 10:30 at night in this neighborhood. This guy was burning a bunch of stuff in his backyard, and these neighbors all around him were just furious, and they're like, he's burning stuff. So we go there, and he saw us go down the street. He saw us coming, so he put it out with the hose and everything. And I come in the backyard, and the guy goes, I said, hey, were you burning stuff back here? Meanwhile, there's a pile of stuff that's smoking. It's not on fire anymore. And I said, were you burning stuff back here? And he's sweating profusely. He goes, no, I just a little thing. I just put it out. He's all out of breath. I said, why are you sweating so much? He goes, I got bronchitis. I'm like, I don't think that's a symptom. Coughing. So I said, man, you got to put this out. I told him the whole parameters and everything like that. But he had like, it almost looked like he was playing the part Dick Van Dyke plays in Mary Poppins. There's charred stuff all over his face. I said, man, you got charred stuff all over your face. Do I? I'm like, yeah, you do. So you can't do it anymore. Now, I can't write him a citation. But if they do it again, then we can call the sheriff's department and they can do that.
So you can't have a bonfire in your backyard.
No, well, no, you can have. There's like a there's a measurement. It's got to be like 18 inches high. You can have like a fire pit, like a recreational fire pit. But to just burn a big pile of brush, no, you got to get a permit for that.
Okay, all
So-
right. Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dave Dyer, a fireman/comedian, and once again, Dave's doing a charity gig for the Reese Theater in Plymouth, Indiana.
Yep.
To raise money for Stop, Drop, and Laugh.
That's the one with peanut butter in the inside, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It's going to be this Saturday, I'll tell you.
Well, that's great. Now, Christy, what's coming up in the world of news?
Coming up, we have a lot of music news. We have Ozzy Osbourne in the news. We have Oasis in the news. We have a Chuck E. Cheese story that's very interesting. And Pope Leo's boyhood home is back in the news. We have an update on that.
They sell beer at Chuck E. Cheese, but you can only get 2 at a time.
I know.
Well, that could be changing, Chick.
I hope so.
We'll have.
No matter how much you argue with them, they'll only give you 2 at a time.
And speaking of cheese, does cheese give you nightmares? We'll talk about that.
Huh. That's interesting. We'll look forward to that story and more coming up from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.
Hey, I'm Mark Ronson.
And I'm Ray.
To celebrate 150 years of Audemars Piguet, we've teamed up to create something timeless.
A tribute to legacy, rhythm, and craft, with a very special connection at its heart.
A soundscape from two cities, two perspectives, and one shared vision.
Introducing our brand new song, Suzanne.
Coming up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy, Pat, would you care to share your conversation
We happen
with all
to
of us?
be.
We're going to be very
We're
close
going
to
to be in
each other.
Florida at the same time next week. I had no idea.
The girls are having issues this morning.
And now he wants me to take him to dinner.
Here's the thing.
I didn't say anything about dinner. I said a lunch, and we'll go Dutch. And he can pay for himself.
No, nobody
Never
goes.
gone Dutch.
Nobody goes. Well, I'm going to be. I've got my teenage son. I'm going to be in Orlando. Nothing to do there. Are you kidding? You've got
We've done it
Universal
all.
Studios, Disney World.
We got a nice, cool hotel room and a pool, and him on his iPad. That's
There
what
you go.
Christy, honey, this is Andy.
Yeah.
Now, while we're in Florida, if you feel the need to go out with your friend Pat for 6-7 weeks, that's absolutely fine with me.
You can find something to do.
I'll struggle, but
Actually, I
find
do have a girlfriend in that same city,
I
so
know.
maybe I will come up.
Super hot.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to fix Pat up?
No, she's
No,
not.
I could see her and still.
I just got the look.
Hey, remind me not to give you the nuclear code. How did you not pick up on that and then announced it to everybody?
Well, we need to have like a sign in here. It's you know those
God.
signs. Mr. Dyer, you're a fireman. You know, you walk into a business and it'll say it's been 376 days since our last accident.
Right.
I need to walk in here and know if Pat is seeing his girlfriend or not. So I'd walk in.
Some kind of indication.
Either just made it 100% worse.
The sign would not help you at all.
Well, I know what you mean, though, Tom. Every day is in there complaining. And, guess what she did now?
You guys are awful.
I'm going to turn my phone off.
You know what?
So actually, this is actually
I hope
pretty.
she's listening because they are totally
No,
lying.
if she's listening,
You guys
this is actually pretty funny. My sister Jan, who knows Pat, and Andrew, we went up to see him in Faversham, in England. And
How about Andy? Andrew.
Andy, I don't want to get confused with Christie's Andy. In any event,
Are you married to him? Never
She was asking how you were doing. And then she said, "Is he seeing someone?" And Kelly said, "Oh, Pat has a lovely girlfriend."
Oh, well, I do.
Well, now, then she said, "But he's not allowed at our house because his son broke my favorite lamp."
That's true.
So
Jimmy was,
it all
Jimmy
came
was
out.
5. Like, your kid's never broke anything. He ruined a whole basement with his ass one time, remember?
Pat, I'm barely allowed in the house either. So me and you are on the same list, pal. I got to send an email 3 weeks ahead of time, get it approved, go to a notary. It's very
Drug
difficult.
test.
Now, to be fair here, if we had a thing indicating what your girlfriend's status was, then we could also have a thing about chick's mood. So you could walk in.
Oh, here we go.
Do you hear? This is what he does. And then he gaslights us into thinking that we're
Why do you think that I'm moody? What have I ever done?
Let's get back to our guest, shall we? Oh, first of all, so Willie takes me to this place for dinner in Chicago.
Yeah, Club Lucky. Good pasta.
Oh, you're going to have him whacked, huh?
Club Lucky.
All right.
And then he goes, see that table over there? I think those guys are all made men. I took one look and went, yes.
I walked
Not
inside to go to the
made men,
bathroom.
it's
and
made guys.
It felt like that scene in Goodfellas where they're walking through the kitchen. It was just great. There was just too many Italians is all I got to say.
Did you go to the bathroom? There was a gun taped up.
No, it was just cool. There was just red wine flowing. There was calamari all around. I felt like I was in the way, like this big Irish weirdo, big Irish English kind of. Yeah, it was cool in there, man. Though I loved it up there.
Good food. It was great. Now, we have to talk to our guest, Mr. Dyer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of it, and don't tell me you are involved in some weird cult-like exercise thing. Wait a minute. Don't tell me.
Weird cult-like exercise.
It involves throwing tires around.
I know what it's
yeah.
called.
You know
What's it called?
CrossFit.
CrossFit. Okay.
Well, I have not been since the pandemic. But I still work out quite a bit.
Oh, great.
And I did a couple years ago. I did a program. I don't know if anybody's heard of it called 75 Hard. Is anyone,
Yes,
have
I
you
have
heard of
heard
it?
of it.
You and I were talking about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what it is. For 75 days, you have to pick some kind of a meal plan. They don't care what it is, but no cheat days for 75 days. 2 workouts a day, 45 minutes each, of which one of them has to be outside.
Ugh.
Yep. You take a progress picture of yourself, you read 10 pages of a book, you drink a gallon of water, and no alcohol for 75 days.
Oh,
what?
my God.
Yes. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Pat. If you stick to this thing and you don't stray, at the end of those 75 days, you will have throngs of people letting you know what a miserable piece of crap you've been for the last 2.5 months.
Dave, you look great. Have a beer.
People say things like, "We like Fat Dave a whole lot better."
Oh, that's funny.
But here's the thing about the fitness stuff. There's days, now at the age of 56, there's days you go into the gym, you're like, I don't even want to be here. I don't even know if it's worth it. And those are the days that I think about my Aunt Helen. Because my Aunt Helen smoked 2 packs of Viceroy cigarettes a day.
Nice.
Drank a bottle of gin by 6 p.m. And still lived to be 89 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, let's say conservatively, Aunt Helen started smoking at the age of 20. That's 69 years of 2 packs a day.
Ugh.
That is 1,007,400 cigarettes. Wow. Now, you factor in, they say that every cigarette takes 11 minutes off your life. So if you roll that into the mix.
Oh, God.
If Aunt Helen had never smoked, she might have lived to be 463 years old. She would have outlived her pet Greenland shark. That's how old she was.
That was like one of those SAT word problems.
Yeah, it was.
That's great. Wow. Viceroys.
Just the hard
Viceroys.
numbers, yeah.
Wow. I did notice this when I was in England for the weekend. A lot of smoking.
Oh, yeah.
Outside.
They're still at it, yeah.
Oh, really?
All over Europe.
And I just read that in Paris, I'm sorry, all over France, I think it was last week or the week before, it's now illegal to smoke even outside if there are kids around. So you can't smoke on a beach. The only exception are outdoor cafes.
In Paris?
Yeah,
Yes.
And,
Wow,
and
that
they said the French are way up there per capita for adult smokers.
Yeah.
Like China, I believe, is a very strong number 1. Very strong.
Very strong.
But
big gap to number 2.
Yeah, but your aunt would be very comfortable.
Oh,
apparently.
yeah. There was a standing rule. If you had to get a hold of Aunt Helen for something, don't call after 6 p.m. because she was smashed. And she would swear at you and stuff like that. So,
Dude, that's living, man.
So, yeah, 6 p.m., that bottle of gin was gone, and she was hammered the rest of the
That's a lot of booze, a bottle.
Yeah. 89.
By 6.
That's a woman made of Kevlar, for gosh sakes.
Yeah, but, well,
Now, our guest is comedian Dave Dyer, and Dave is doing a charity project at a place called the Reese Theater in Plymouth, Indiana. Coming up, it's the Stop, Drop, and Laugh fundraiser event for the fire department. That's going to be Saturday evening, July 12th. Then you'll be at the Roxy in Rochester, Michigan, Friday, July 18th. A couple of interesting things going on there. Time now to check in with Christy Lee at the... Are you still over there? I can see you from here. She, of course...
yeah, where would I go?
...is at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Well, we've been teasing this, but Chuck E. Cheese is opening a spin-off arcade for adults. That's right. The company described the new venture, dubbed Chuck's Arcade, as a modern-day love letter to the games and people who made Chuck E. Cheese great. It will include a mix of nostalgic arcade games like Donkey Kong and Mortal Kombat, as well as newer titles like Halo and Connect 4 Hoops.
Oh, cool.
Each arcade is overseen by one of the chain's iconic animatronic characters, including Chuck E. Cheese himself. 10 locations are opening at major malls across the U.S., with more locations planned. The current locations include St. Petersburg, Florida, Trumbull, Connecticut, Oklahoma City and Tulsa, Oklahoma, Victor, New York, Beaufort, Georgia, El Paso, Texas, Nassau and Salem, New Hampshire, and St. Louis, Missouri.
So it's Chuck's Cheese?
Chuck's Arcade.
Oh, Chuck's Arcade. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're going to have the big guys walking around in the suits?
Yeah, that said animatronic icons will be available. Yes.
No, 'cause
I
I
don't know if they're in the suits.
I hope they bring back the band.
It's all on video now.
Yeah, I love the band, the giant puppet band.
Would it be like them playing Led Zeppelin or something?
Oh, no, I think it'd be more grungy.
Yeah,
for that era.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I
They
mean,
have to serve alcohol.
How does that differ from like Dave and Buster's?
I don't think it does.
I think it's pretty similar, yeah.
Well, Dave and Buster's, I think, has bowling and more adult games, don't they? I mean, Chuck E. Cheese doesn't have bowling.
No, but
Skee ball.
Chucky they have skee ball. I love playing skee ball.
Yeah, I like that too.
Don't you have your own balls, Tom? Your skee
No,
ball?
yeah, bring a kid. They're in a case.
You have your own skee ball court.
Yeah, they see him coming. You don't want to bet with him. Don't do it.
That'll be interesting. I wonder if that'll fly.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd go. Sounds
Would
like a
you
good
go?
time. Yeah.
It's for you.
I went to an arcade like a month ago for my little sister's birthday party. It wasn't. It was for my older sister's birthday party. She turned 33. We played mini golf.
Nice.
But I brought my little sister with me. We Connect 4 hoops. You shoot into a basketball hoop, and you try to land. You got to do 4 in a row.
Yeah,
I
I'd
don't want to
never
brag, you
heard of
guys.
that.
I kicked Hart's ass. She could not keep up with me.
She's 9.
She doesn't have the Connect 4 mindset that I do, or my shot. I got a good follow through on that thing. I was going to let her win, and I go, no, she's got to learn a lesson someday.
Yeah.
I do love playing skee ball.
I do too. I love it.
I'm not
I enjoy it.
surprised.
I also
Is that your
love-
number one game there at the Chuck E. Cheese?
Yes.
Not like whack-a-mole
At Chuck
or
E.
something?
And I'll let them all loose, and then I'll play skee ball for an hour. But and
Have
then,
you ever played a video game?
He was a
not
Pac-Man
really.
guy for a while, right?
I played Pac-Man years and years ago.
He's
No,
very modest. He was the number 2 ranked Ms. Pac-Man player in the Midwestern United States.
Wow.
in the early days, you could memorize the thing. I'm sure it's much more sophisticated. The answer is no.
Okay.
When I was a kid one time, you told me you were the Pac-Man king of Harlem. That's a direct quote from you.
No, Pac-Man, king of Harbor Springs, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
That's a whole different.
There's
Totally different.
During
Yes,
college.
there's a
That's quite different.
very big difference between Harbor Springs, Michigan, and Harlem.
Is there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and in many, many ways.
Huge.
Yes, if a Martian came down here, they'd immediately make a quick observation. They wouldn't mistake one for the other. Let's see now. Oh, I know. We had to say a special greeting from our friends at Raycon.
Raycon's Everyday Earbuds. That's right. You can enjoy premium audio wherever you go. Maybe you're out at the gym. Maybe you're in Harbor Springs, Michigan. Maybe you're taking phone calls or relaxing to your favorite music while you're fish, or as my mother would say, while you're fishing. Raycon's latest model is better than ever with 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity, 2 devices at once, and Raycon has a quick charge function, 10 minutes of charging, 90 minutes of battery. They also come with active noise cancellation. Raycons start about half the price of other premium audio brands. And Raycons come in a variety of vibrant colors: royal blue, forest green, bluish violet, cool mint, deep red, and Raycons has that 30-day happiness guarantee return policy. So go to buyraycon.com/Tom today and get 15% off the already low price of Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds. Right now, 15% off the best-selling everyday earbuds at buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much, Chickster. Don't forget the over-the-ear headphones from Raycon. They're great, especially if you're traveling with the kids. It'll keep them nice and quiet, and as they get plugged into their iPads, et cetera, et cetera. I highly recommend it. Coming up, we have some exciting stuff in the news, including a very bizarre way to perhaps get rid of constipation. You're going to have to get a critter to help you. You'll find out. We are in the O'Reilly's Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Add to or continue the conversation. Check out the Bob and Tom Show on Facebook. Get the link at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Chronic migraine is 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they start. It's not for those with 14 or fewer headache days a month. It prevents on average 8 to 9 headache days a month versus 6 to 7 for placebo.
Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Why wait? Ask your doctor, visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com, or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey.
Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
I have a question.
Yes.
We have comedian Dave Dyer here with us.
Yep.
And we've been talking to Dave, and you are a professional firefighter
I am.
as well as a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
We were talking about this Chuck's Arcade. I'm just reading about it over here. It's the Chuck E. Cheese people are going to come out with they've got, I guess, 10 of them set up. It's an adult version of Chuck E. Cheese. I'm trying to figure out if they're going to bring the band back.
Yeah, I can't find that. Because
remember,
it said equipped with animatronics.
It said iconic animatronic characters.
It's got to be it.
Because
that's a staple. You can't get rid of it.
I loved the band, and they got rid of it.
There is a documentary about Chuck E. Cheese, and all the animatronic characters are still in like some warehouse in New Jersey.
Yeah, well, did you see
Dusty.
Did you see that behind the music about the Chuck E. Cheese band?
I missed that one.
I did.
Oh yeah, it was the same thing: drugs, women.
The comeback.
Provolone cheese.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then of course, I think the guitar player ran off with the organ player's wife or something. It was pretty nasty.
40 different drummers.
Yeah, I forget which one. Munch, I think, was the one that could get you pills.
Munch. All right, good to know.
And
I had a buddy named Munch. He was on the radio.
What is it? It was a Jasper T. Jowls? Wasn't that the?
I don't remember.
That was the Hound Dog, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I have a question. I don't know the answer to this. Was Discovery Zone the place where you had the tunnels you climbed in up?
What?
I think so.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, where they had the big ball pits, and then they'd have all
they had
those
the ball pit.
They're almost like a habit trail kind of setup.
Right.
Yeah, a human habit
trail. And every
trail.
now and then you couldn't find your kid, and then they'd come through one of the cubes that had a big window, and you're like, all right, there she is. She's
I
alive.
loved that place. That was cool.
Yep.
I got a little claustrophobic up in there, but
what do you think it would have been?
I don't think you were supposed to be up
I think that was the Discovery.
Yeah, I don't think you were supposed to be up there.
You're supposed to be
It's
watching.
for the kids.
It's like confined spaces training for the
Wait
fire
a minute.
department.
You went into the tubes?
I mean, you confront
You're not supposed to do that.
You confront some kid and say, "Hey, buddy, I'm going this way."
There's a weight limit on those tubes.
Oh yeah,
there is. Those joints aren't like welded. It's rivets.
You know who wasn't allowed in the Discovery Zone too?
I know.
That fat bitch in Philly. I'll tell you that.
That fat bitch in Philly.
That's right.
Okay. Well, now it's
you got to listen to every minute, or you're lost. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we're hanging out with a comedian, David Dyer, a professional fireman. Let's see now. What else are you up to? We talked about your wife. She's doing okay.
She's doing good. I'll tell you what. She's doing better now. Let me tell you why.
You're out of town. No, go ahead.
Have you guys noticed the way the algorithm, affects your life, tries to steer you in different directions?
Sure.
There was a short while back where I don't know where it came from, but anytime I got onto my YouTube page, my feed was full of hot Colombian women riding horses.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Now,
that's pretty specific.
I will say, since then, I've become a very big fan of that. But I don't know where it came from. The only thing I can figure out is that the algorithm was taking a look at what I was watching and said, this guy hasn't touched his wife in ages. Let's throw some Latina equestrians out there and see what happens.
You can only watch so many motorcycle repair videos until they recommend other things.
Now, it's worked. I've become much friskier. The problem is Janice can't figure out why I bought her a saddle for Mother's Day.
Now I noticed you got the tattoo there on the left arm. Is that
Yep,
right
I do.
arm? Right arm.
I have 9 tattoos. They've all backfired.
Yeah.
None of them has meant what it was supposed to. This one right here is an arrow, and the shaft of the arrow says forward. Now, I got that as a positive message to send to my girls. I'm like, look, this is the only direction this family moves in. We only go forward. Since getting this, my oldest daughter's moved back home twice. So I'm going to get one over here for the next time that says reverse.
Yeah, I'll have to find it. There's a tattoo story I was reading on the plane about tattoos sending the wrong message.
Mm-hmm.
People are now. These guys. This bothers everybody. I will ask people about their tattoos all the time.
Yeah.
I'll say that's cool. What does that mean? What's the what was the idea behind that? And sometimes they've got great stories.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I was at the mall and everybody else was getting a daisy or whatever, and there's no meaning to it. But I like the ones that have some kind of profound meaning.
I have one on my right shoulder, which is from a Picasso sketch called The Matador, and there's a few different versions of it. And there's one where the Matador is put in I think they're called the picadilles or whatever, in the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole reason I got it, this is how deep I was at this point. I got it because I thought, stand-up comedy, it's like bullfighting, I'm like fighting the crowd, and every now and then you got to stab them. And then you get to a point where you realize, well, you're never going to get everybody. It's just not everybody's going to like you. So this tattoo means absolutely nothing now.
Chick's got some nice tattoos.
No, I hate people with tattoos. I think it's filthy. I think it's a bad habit. I don't know why. Yeah, I do. I think I have 9. I lost track.
Do you officially have the new team?
No, I will not.
Oh, so you're not going to put the Commanders on there?
I might get a W, but I don't think I will, actually. No,
the Washington
saying that out
Commanders?
loud. No, it's the Washington football team.
Okay.
That's as far as I'm going.
We had this story earlier in the year that tramp stamps are making a comeback.
Isn't that nice?
Are they?
Oh, Tom, would you get a tramp stamp?
Please.
Can't we have it like Photoshop to make it look like you've got a tramp stamp? Like a longhorn steer with horns going
emerging from the gluteal cleft.
No, from a longhorn, one over each ass cheek.
Because the thing is, though, he's so pretentious. He would get a tramp stamp of like Ernest Hemingway or something.
Well,
he wouldn't get a cool one.
He just ruined the whole thing.
Arrow, a movable feast.
He didn't say ass crack. He said gluteal cleft. So. Yeah.
I could do the classic: put a T on one butt cheek and an M on the other, bend over and spell Tom.
Oh,
yeah, that's
cool.
Tom.
You know what that tells me? You've thought about this. You've spent energy on it.
According to Ms. Melissa Martell, a Cleveland, Ohio-based tattoo artist, the tramp stamp is making a comeback.
Cool.
It says the so-called lower back tattoos, the tramp stamp, popular in the 90s, are having a, quote, renaissance. More of her clients are requesting this. Young women looking to embrace the once controversial moniker.
The butt hat.
What do you think? The butt hat?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's called.
I like that.
I think it makes kind of a statement.
I thought it was the ass cap.
I think it says, I'm easy, go for it.
Is that what it says?
I think so.
Well, that's what it means.
What do you think if you see somebody with a tramp stamp and they smoke cigarettes?
Oh, you're in.
And they have a drink. And they have a drink.
That's a good point.
too.
You got a good chance.
Boom.
Yeah, she's probably carrying condoms.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Her nickname Cinch?
For the whole team.
Well, speaking of the butt.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Talk to me.
Doctors in Vietnam say they removed a live eel from a man's abdomen.
Okay.
The 34-year-old was admitted to the Hai Ha District Medical Center with
Hai Ha Hospital. Can I help you?
with severe abdominal cramps. An X-ray revealed a foreign body in his abdomen.
Do you have
as
some
well as
spicy food for lunch? Well, I shoved an eel in my ass.
The thing about these stories is these people never admit it.
No,
the doctors have to get surprised.
Yeah.
It's a 1,000,000 shot, Doc. I fell on an eel. Yeah.
He also had an intestinal perforation and peritonitis.
Oh, yeah. Well, the eel doesn't want to go in there.
The
He's going to start biting.
Yes, operated on the patient and discovered subsequently and removed the 4-foot-long eel. Not 4-foot-long eel,
Oh, my
sorry.
gosh.
The patient stabilized after surgery could not provide, as Tom said, a clear answer as to how the eel wound up in his abdomen.
I'd do anything to hear him say, "You got me."
Physicians suspect the animal crawled from the man's anus to his colon, bit through the intestine, and entered his abdomen.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, it's kind of a one-way road down there.
Yeah,
Not a lot of
right?
places for him to go.
It's rough.
Gosh.
And so we had a similar story, so I went back to look at that one. And in that case, it apparently there was a thing in that culture that, here's the headline, man puts eel in butt to relieve constipation.
Oh, that'll do it.
And apparently this is like an old remedy.
Thousands of years they've been doing it.
An old wives' tale, I guess. But
yeah, and I'm not kidding.
We had a friend who
I'm sorry.
Thank you. We had a
jumping the gun there.
Wait a second.
I'm so excited.
Can you introduce yourself to our guest, Dave Dyer?
Correct. What do you got?
I thought my recording was off. They stay on. Who knew?
Who are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm Luigi Accusatore. And my girlfriend Gina Statutory. She's sleeping it off. Bada boom. Anyway, let's sing about this.
How is 11th grade, Virginia? Is it going well?
She's in the college.
Oh,
okay, please.
So the guy has this eel inside his intestines. It's disgusting. I'm sorry.
One of the nurses starts to squeal when they found a big eel. That's amore. How could he not feel a life swimming eel last summer? Did he fish stew and it grew, could not poke through? Oh, it was a gore. Patience say came up the other way and he's sticking to his story. Arrivederci, everybody. See you later, firefighter.
And here's another one. This is from the Straits Times, Straits. I'm not sure which Straits these are. Not the Mackinac Straits.
So I'm thinking Michigan, I'm sure.
A 30-year-old man from the country of India, an Indian national, it says, was hospitalized for severe abdominal pain. He inserted a large eel into his anus. During emergency surgery, they discovered a 26-inch-long eel had bitten through his rectum and colon. To get to the abdominal cavity, doctors also extracted a lemon at the same time.
Huh?
Youch.
I got to feed your eel.
Put some lemon on that eel. It's pretty good.
I think everyone knows.
Yeah.
What do you call that? Not a spritz. What's that little peel of an eel? Of a
zest.
A zest?
A zest, yes. You want to put
lemon
a little
zest.
zest when you cram an eel up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, when life gives you lemons, shove them somewhere.
It's just bizarre. But apparently this says doctors think that some young men have a tendency to do this for unusual sensations using sex toys.
Unusual sensation.
And also,
my favorite Beach Boys song.
Also an old wives' tale about clearing up constipation. That is
We had a friend who used hot dogs to
that was for hemorrhoids.
cure or help hemorrhoids. Well, it's kind of the same
Cure or help.
avenue, yeah. To
Yeah,
poke
frozen-
everything, and
frozen,
he swore by it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his doctor would have him place frozen hot dogs in that area to calm things down.
Put it all back in there.
Yeah. And then he would clearly mark them when he put them in the refrigerator. back in the freezer.
Which for what purpose?
It's like I have at my house the peanut butter for the dogs, very clearly marked.
Yeah.
That can be a problem. Well, we're hanging out with a comedian, David Dyer. He's here with us. We'll talk with David, find out what's going on with him. We have more music coming up from Patty G, I hope, and lots of other delights, including this. The Bob and Tom Show, sponsored by BetterHelp. Let's give this a good positive spin. Seeking therapy is a good thing. And maybe you're at work and the emails are piling up. You're stressed out. It's summertime. You got to get some, there's so much pressure. This is where therapy and good counsel can be extraordinarily helpful. And the largest online therapy provider in the world is a company called BetterHelp. And what do? Well, they hook you up with a therapist, and the therapy is done online. So you can do it like a Zoom call. You can do it like a regular phone call. You could even do it texting back and forth. It's up to you. And by the way, millions of people, 5 million people, have been served globally by BetterHelp. Over 30,000 therapists are now working with BetterHelp. So what you want to do is check them out and find out, for example, their App Store rating 4.9 out of 5. So then they've got more than 1 million reviews. So check this out. If you've been thinking about therapy and one of the hurdles is finding someone and then going across town to see them and all that stuff, this makes it a lot easier for something that can be very important. So get all the details at BetterHelp.com. Add the /BT show. That'll knock 10% off your first month. So once again, it's BetterHelp.com/BT show. And I should mention this. They have mental health professionals with a very diverse variety of fields of expertise. So if there's something very specific that you need to discuss, they can help you and steer you in the direction of someone who is an expert at that. And if that person doesn't work out, there's no fee for switching it up. So BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT show. Get rid of that stigma. It's okay to talk to a therapist. In fact, it can be extraordinarily helpful. So we'd like you to check it out. BetterHelp.com/BT show. Coming up, an odd story about Pope Leo. Good, kind of cool news, actually.
Yeah.
And then on a different note, this poor guy had an encounter with a BMW. Very nice automobiles, certainly, and very nice motorcycles. Unfortunately, he got one into the groin area. We'll see what happened. The word crushed is in the headline. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
From the award-winning morning show on America's favorite radio station, The Ticket, The Musers, the podcast.
So right now we're podcasting?
No, not yet.
He just put us into it.
No, I was accidentally podcasting.
Oh, we were for a second, but we're not now.
Well, we want to start intentionally podcasting.
We're back
That
on.
was accidental.
That was a false start. Three,
2, 1.
Every Wednesday, Junior Miller, George Dunham, and Gordon Keith drop a new episode of The Musers, the podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Willie Griswold.
What's up, man?
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick McGee, stretching it out. Ace Cosby's here. And also, Tom, we have a special guest.
That man is comedian Dave Dyer. David is also a firefighter, a professional firefighter. And I know you're doing a special benefit project coming up to benefit the firehouse and the folks at in Plymouth, Indiana, at the Reese Theater coming up. That's this Saturday?
This Saturday, yeah.
Wow, that'll be great.
Looking forward to
show. What else is going on in your life? Now when you're at the firehouse, obviously there's downtime, right?
Sure, yeah.
Do you cook?
A little bit. We're a very small fire department, so there's just two of us on duty all the time. We have paid on calls who come to the scene and everything like that. So there's just two of us at the firehouse. So it's a lot of microwave meals. You know, frozen pizzas. I know, I just killed it for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're supposed to have a
No, listen. Okay, I'll lie to you. We had ribs. We got a whole spread.
Pasta.
There's tons of food left over because there's only two of us, but we make.
But I mean, wouldn't you have time to learn how to be a really good cook?
Yeah, or train to save lives. That's the other thing you can do with your time.
Okay, sure.
You got the stripper pole? You got the pole?
No, we don't. They don't allow that anymore. Well, at least on new fire stations.
They don't?
No, OSHA, I think, came down and...
no more poles?
No more poles, I don't think, because you can get hurt, for gosh sakes.
A Chick and I have both gone down a fire pole.
We sure did.
There's a firehouse not too far from here. We were able to go down it.
Yeah. Well, the existing ones they still use, but I don't think, and someone can correct me if they want, I don't think OSHA allows you to put new ones in if you're building a new fire
Well, you
station.
can hurt an ankle running downstairs.
Sure you can.
Come on.
But I think it was the fact that the guy above you with all the equipment on is going to land on your head.
Right, yeah. Squish you. There's it's a squish factor that we're talking
Do
about.
you want to talk to, do you want to say hi to the other fireman that's with you all the time? Or is it just one guy? Or
It's usually just one guy.
Rotates?
Yeah.
Well, I could get into the weeds. During the day, our chief is there, so it's me and the chief respond. Then he goes home at 4:30. One of our paid-on calls could be Derek. It could be
Derek.
It could be Mikey.
Who's the most fun?
Derek's a hell of a
I have a
the
question.
most fun? They're all fun.
Now, do you have a matching tattoo to any of them?
No.
Are you the only one that has tattoos?
No, I think a couple other guys have a few tattoos. Mm-hmm. No sleeves. None of the guys have sleeves.
That's a commitment.
Yeah, it's a lot of commitment. A lot of money.
Oh, you mean the tattoo?
The sleeve tattoos.
Yeah, I thought you meant on their
No,
shirt.
we're sleeveless in our shirts.
Well, you're going to burn some arm
Yeah,
hair.
we do.
You're going to singe some hair.
We work on buys and tries a lot.
Yeah.
To make us look
Do you have a
effective.
little gym there?
I have a few pieces of equipment that I just bring some stuff in, sandbags.
So
and
when
stuff
there's
like
just
that
the
to
two
work
of you
out.
there, you go out to the gym and pump each other? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Make a little pasta dish, a little wine.
Boy,
Now on the calendar,
you guys are not coming on the department. I can tell you that. Tell you what you're not going to do in your next career.
Now on the calendar, you were telling me you were posting for this calendar with the firemen from your district, and you're holding like a coffee cup right there in front of the action area.
Sure, the action. It's 24 ounce or two.
Oh, nice.
So it's just the two of you, and you have a whole year to fill.
Yeah.
Just the two of you. Huh?
Yes. Let me tell you a little story. This is one of my favorite things about being a firefighter is in October in Michigan. We go to the schools and talk to the kids about fire safety. And we go through all the stuff, how to keep themselves safe in the event. And one of the things we do is we tell them when they're in the bedroom, a few things. It's very important you keep your door closed, to keep the smoke and the fire out. And then we tell them to find soft stuff in their bedroom to put at the bottom of the door in case there's smoke so that it doesn't
I have that.
And then we also tell them if they can get their window open to throw some toys out because we're always walking around the structure. And if we see toys on the ground, we're going to know there's somebody up in that room. And so we go through everything and we go back and review. And I'm talking to a class of first grade kids. It's one of the best things that's ever happened in my life. And I'm reviewing the bedroom stuff. And I'm like, I said, are we sleeping with our bedroom doors open and closed? Closed. What are we putting at the bottom of the door to keep smoke out? Soft stuff. I said, what are we throwing out the window? Toys. And there's a little kid in the back of the room. first grader, looks at the kid next to him and goes, I'm throwing all my crap out that window. That right there is your valedictorian. Smartest kid in the room.
Yep.
I'm throwing everything
Yeah, I don't
out
want to
that
lose
window.
nothing.
Yeah, that kid's going to have his own tech company 20 years from now.
Little Billy Gates. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Well, we have Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. What else is
We
happening?
had some big news over the weekend in the entertainment world. Ozzy Osbourne gave his final live performance at a hometown show for 40,000 fans. The original lineup of Mr. Osbourne's band, you'll all recall, is Black Sabbath, performed at Villa Park Soccer Stadium in their home city of Birmingham, England, July 5th. The 76-year-old, who's been diagnosed with Parkinson's, sang from a black throne that rose from under the stage. The band ended a short set with Paranoid, one of its most famous songs. He was joined for the first time in 20 years by bandmates Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward. Wow.
All of them.
The original Sabs.
Yeah, the original Sabs,
The
Tom.
Sabs.
And he has stated that this is his last
Well,
concert. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But it was a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It was-
By short set, how many songs?
I got the set list right here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, he did some solo stuff. He did I Don't Know, Mr. Crowley, Suicide Solution, Mama, I'm Coming Home, and Crazy Train.
That's a good one.
Then he went into War Pigs, NIB, Iron Man, and Paranoid.
Well, that's a pretty good set.
That is
Yeah,
a good set.
I mean,
That's a lot
that's
of
a short. I
singing.
thought you
That's a
meant
lot
like
of
3
singing.
songs.
I think they broke it up.
Oh, they did break it up?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You nailed that.
Oh, no.
I didn't know you could sing like that. You were
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
I'm
you were
right
in
there.
the pocket, man.
Oh, no.
Now, Mama, I'm coming home. His mom's not alive, right?
No, I'd imagine not.
Oh, God, no. She'd be 190.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he's coming home to the big mama.
Big Mama and Big Dada.
I have apparently a lot of the stuff that was on YouTube has been pulled. So I haven't. I tried to get
I bet
some
they're
of
going
it.
to package it somehow. Or,
Oh.
I don't know how.
Ace,
but-
did you see any of it?
I did not.
Okay, yes. I don't know if it was any good. So here's a notice saying a video's pulled down because of a PPV. What does that mean?
Pay-per-view.
Oh, they're going to put it on pay-per-view.
Man, I hate how fast I got that. I've spent a little too much time on OnlyFans, I think. I nailed that real quick.
Want to see more of me?
I get the PPV POV, which is the pay-per-view point of view. Look, she's right there in the room with me, chick.
That's right.
It's a good time. My aunt's listening right now. I shouldn't have said that.
She loves you.
Is she live or is that a?
I'm sorry. No, yeah, she's
No, I don't mean live. I mean, is she live while she's.
Oh, no, it's not live.
Oh, okay.
It's a pre-recorded.
Pre-recorded.
What, do you like dead women? What are you talking about?
I didn't say that.
Now, Mr. Dave Dyer, I want to play something for you. Does this give the backstory? Does the whole story? This is just the phone call. Okay, there's a story behind this.
Ozzy was visiting.
This may be a little redundant. We were talking with Ozzy's been in the studio with us a couple times.
Okay.
But the last time we talked to him, it was on like a satellite phone thing,
Right.
so we couldn't see him, and it was extremely difficult to understand him. And everyone else in the room was laughing, and
That's not true.
Yeah, it was.
I was crying. I was laughing so hard.
yeah, I remember Bob.
He went to the next step.
Bob actually ducked down below the desk
We
there.
couldn't take it.
Because he could not stop laughing because I would ask a question and then it was just total gibberish.
Yep.
And I would pick up sometimes I'd pick up a little bit, but it was kind of hard to do an interview because there was no sort of conversational component because I had no idea what he was saying.
There were no words. What's a conversation?
Did he know why you were
without
laughing?
No, but we were
understand a word he said.
Oh.
so these guys were trying to
We were every man for himself is what we were doing.
So and then I think, does this explain the whole thing? No, okay, I'll explain it. And then Dean took the recording. So all of the words you hear in the following piece are really Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay, good.
None of that's fake. But the setup, et cetera, is fake. But the voice of Ozzy is the actual Ozzy Osbourne, and here we go.
Paparazzi Pizza. Can I take your order?
Yeah, I'm just I'm in the car.
Okay.
They're allowing to go and we just got to the Mad Monk.
Meat lover?
Right.
Yeah, going to be about 45 minutes.
Meat lovers. There you go.
That was the interview of all time.
That's a great moment for the show.
Mark nailed that.
And then, do you remember the other thing? One time he was here, Ace, I know you'll remember this. And they used to allow smoking in the studio. And Ozzy was smoking cigarettes the whole time. And when he left, someone came and knocked on the door and said, "Can I have his ashtray and cigarettes?"
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. And we gave them to some. They're probably out there. They're probably on eBay somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
I wonder what they went for.
And the other thing that was interesting was sometimes when you have, let's just say, for example, Dave, you were a big rock star.
Okay.
And then you do those those identifiers where it's, hey, hi, this is Dave Dyer, and I love the Bob and Tom Show.
Yeah.
And but you hand him a piece of paper, say, "Hey, would you mind reading these?" And plug the show. And with Ozzy, I went in there, and I forget who the engineer was. Was it you? I don't remember. I forget.
No,
I forget who was recording. They don't let me touch anything.
But they were going to have him do some of these.
I think it was pre-Mark. In any event, it doesn't matter. But whoever it was. I hand Ozzy the piece of paper. Hi, this is Ozzy Osbourne. And his road guy goes, "This isn't going to work. He can't really read." So he goes,
"He can't really read.
He can't really read."
Yeah. So
he was
he
too
goes,
busy rocking to read.
Yeah. Willie, there's your.
He's got a rock.
Willie's got a new children's book.
Too busy rocking to read.
There you go.
Have somebody read it to you.
That's great.
And don't get me wrong, Ozzy was really sweet, a really nice guy.
He was sweet.
But he goes, to do it, we had to go. Literally, I'm not kidding. Repeat after me. Hi, I'm Ozzy Osbourne.
Hi,
he goes, hi, we probably have that somewhere. I should dig up that tape. I don't know if it's in there, Jason. I'll have to find it.
Yeah, go listen to War Pigs. When you drive home, it's the greatest.
The
singing on it is incredible.
Singing's amazing.
Let's try to remember him that way, not by being a bumbling illiterate
I
man.
want to know what he's doing now. No, just listen to the music and enjoy it. I do the same thing with Elton John. I don't go past Caribou. Yes.
Did you know that? And Geezer wrote the lyrics.
Whatever, man. Great. I like the song. I don't care who wrote it or what equipment they were using or what the barometric pressure was outside the studio. I just enjoy the song.
And also over the weekend, Oasis ended a 16-year hiatus, kicking off a reunion tour in Cardiff, Wales.
We've got reasonable young men playing music.
Traveled to the Welsh capital from around the world to witness the band's first performance since its acrimonious split in 2009. Oasis returned to the stage amid a deafening roar from a crowd of over 60,000. They walked up holding hands, which was very sweet. I saw that.
What?
Yes, I saw a video of them walking backstage. They came
kind
out.
of arm in arm.
Yeah.
What would you do if they, much like you and your brothers, they came out on stage just wearing towels around their neck, totally naked, playing Bear Man?
Now you got to explain to Mr. Dyer.
Yeah, go ahead.
Up at the cottage.
Up at the cottage in Michigan. Yep.
Northern Michigan.
Northern Michigan. Right there, there by 5 Mile Creek.
Gorgeous
Got it.
country.
Right on Lake Michigan.
Right where you are.
Beautiful view up there.
Unbelievable.
And
Lots of money.
We did not have a clothes dryer at the time.
Okay.
So you'd hang stuff up.
Sure.
So we were each issued a towel, and then you'd get a clothespin with your name on it.
Yeah.
And then when you were done swimming, you'd go outside and you'd hang up your towel.
Okay.
So we discovered that if you took your towel and put it around your neck and put the clothespin here, you could become a superhero.
Right. Sure.
So the superhero was Bear Man. I would become Bear Man and terrorize my brothers.
Because
you were naked.
Because you're naked. You're upstairs, you take your suit off, and you're naked.
Were your brothers
How
naked?
did you ththreaten to terrorize them? That's what I want to know.
Because I was
especially naked.
I was like a 10-year-old boy, and they were significantly older, much more mature, and I'm running around going, Bear Man, and diving on them. That's what brothers
on them.
That's what brothers do.
Naked.
That's not what brothers do, man. I had brothers growing up.
I love how you said you were issued a towel, like you guys were all lined up, like, here, Tom, here's your towel.
Oh, no, I was.
Make sure this
you only got the one.
This is your towel. There are many like it, but this one is yours.
Did you have different colors? Like each one of you had a different color?
No,
towel?
they would rotate.
Name on it.
I preferred the striped ones, the red, black, and white stripes.
Make you look less
bunch
fat.
of grab
Right?
He was a fat kid.
That what
Dave.
stripes do?
Yeah. Real chunker of a kid, my old man.
there are pictures of.
I should have worn stripes.
Not
today.
only
I'm
is
getting
my
fat
mustache awful, but Tom weighed like 300-400 pounds. I bet at one point.
He'll
What's
never
your
admit to
top
it.
weight ever, Tom?
Probably 230, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
260 for me.
He's got chunky, man. Chunky.
When did Tom ever get chunky?
Oh, there's some photos out there.
That one with Al Jr. in there, he looks chunky.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. But I wasn't Bear Man then.
No.
Oh, God,
No, God,
No,
no.
You were
your
proud to be
your
there.
weapon was
So
gone.
all of this time, I thought all your brothers were Bear Man. Just you.
Yeah,
Bear
that's
Man.
kind of how you presented
Right.
the story.
You
to us.
presented it like all three
That
of
would be
you were
Bear
doing
Men.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
see, they were significantly older.
Well, that's why I always
That's
thought it
why
was
we always
weird.
thought it was creepy.
Yeah.
Did they threaten, as they should have, did they threaten to beat your ass if you wouldn't stop?
Oh, yeah. The greatest beating I ever got in my life. Did you have brothers, Dave?
I had 3 older brothers. I was a contusion till they all moved out.
You can prove this when you go. Do you ever see your brothers?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what you do. Say one of your brothers is having a major transaction on a toilet.
Okay.
This is crazy too. This is crazy too.
I got a
Don't
story
do that.
for this. Go ahead. Keep
Don't
going.
do this as an adult. Don't
going.
do that.
So he's sitting there, and then you walk in and pee between his legs.
Never done that. That's
No one does that.
criminal.
I mean,
can't.
it's so homoerotic and incestuous.
CPS will be at the door.
And so hot. Oh, my God. I can't stand it. Pat, am I right on this?
Christy,
You might be right.
has that ever happened to you?
No. No.
We had, listen to this.
Try it with
This was
Andy.
the idiotic design of the upstairs bathroom that my parents put in at one of our houses. We had 4 boys, always playing tricks on each other, always beating each other up. We had a very long bathroom, and the toilet was at the far end of the bathroom. So without fail, when the other guy was doing number 2, you unlocked the door and you kept the door open. You just left the door
good one.
open.
Yeah, we
There's
did that.
nothing they could do.
That's a regular brother story.
They can't get up.
Yeah.
That, you're right, is a regular, normal brother.
That's a prank.
And then we went to the bathroom on him. There you go. So that's-
All right,
No.
it gets a little weird at the end, but not as weird as this erotic simulation over here.
We did crazy pranks. We kissed each other on the lips all the time. Just classic boys.
No tongues till you're 18. That's right. It's a very strict rule.
Everybody does funny
adhere
things
to.
at camp.
Now, that may
And
be
the one
why.
who orgasms loses. Okay, here we go.
Because as you know, I had a house built. My friend Mark built this great house I live in now, and my only concession, the only thing that I got, I wanted 2 things. I wanted a round dining room table.
Sure.
Didn't get it. And I wanted a urinal.
Urinal.
I'd love a urinal in the home.
I have a
Would
urinal.
love it. My act's not that funny, so I don't have one.
I'd love patio furniture, but
Oh,
someone gave mine
stop
away.
it. I'm not going to talk to
Yeah.
you.
Okay, well, time now to check in with Chick McGee across the way.
Simply Safe, the do-it-yourself, design-it-yourself home security system, and the system that works to prevent a break into your home from ever happening in the first place. That's why you, like I, should trust Simply Safe to give you peace of mind. We even use Simply Safe here at the Bob and Tom Studios with the cameras and the security system. Simply Safe has new Active Guard outdoor protection that helps stop break-ins before they happen. They have AI-powered cameras and live monitoring agents that detect suspicious activity around your property. If someone's lurking, lurkers are the worst. Agents can talk to that lurker in real time, turn on spotlights, and call the police, proactively deterring crime before it starts. No contracts, no hidden fees, and named Best Home Security System of 2025 by CNET. And monitoring plans start around $1 a day, and 4 million plus Americans trust Simply Safe, and you should too. Plus, they have a 60-day money-back guarantee. And this deal we have for you, visit simplysafetom.com and claim 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan and get your first month free. That's simplysafetom.com, 50% off, first month free. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chick. We're coming right back. When we get back, we'll still be here. So
Yeah.
if you're coming back with us, we'll be doing what we're doing then. Is that clear?
That's exactly
okay,
right.
good. These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us? Call, text, or email. All the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You're on theater.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee over there at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Yep.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
There's Willie
I'm
Griswold.
touching all Josh's stuff.
Add up, baby.
A lot of stuff over here.
You recall, of course, that Josh
quit.
quit. There's Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Here's Tom with our special guest.
He is comedian Dave Dyer. David Dyer is going to be at the Reese Theater, REES, in Plymouth, Indiana. It's a benefit. Stop, Drop, and Laugh. Great name for it.
Yeah.
It's a benefit for the fire department there.
Yep.
Nice fundraiser. And Dave is, in fact, a professional firefighter as well as a comedian. He'll also be, that's, by the way, did I mention this Saturday?
That's this Saturday, the 12th.
Yep. And then almost a week later, July 18th, a Friday, you'll be at the Roxy in Rochester, Michigan.
Yep, great venue.
Okay, now, ordinarily I forget to do Today in History, and I did today as well. However, I thought...
But you know, it's Today in History, Tom. We can do it right now. No?
Well, I thought we could review some of the stuff we may have missed over the long weekend in history.
Oh, yeah. That's a big weekend for all of us.
Because one of these presents something that I've always found interesting.
Okay.
And actually two things tie together. Does anyone remember the birthday of Otto Frederick Roeder? Anyone?
Huh?
Nope.
How do you spell Roeder?
Rohwedder. He's referenced almost constantly in the world today because A, it's his birthday, but B, the product that he invented was first introduced on this date in history.
On what date? This date today?
In 1928. Sliced bread sold for the first time.
Whoa.
Oh.
No kidding.
I saw something interesting about this, but go ahead.
No, I mean, because you still hear that phrase, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And
Yep.
wow, that's still a reference floating around out there. So congratulations, Otto, on your brilliant invention.
Nice
Before
First
that,
one to take a knife to a loaf of bread?
back in the day, I guess you took an axe and tore into it.
I think they had knives.
No, they didn't.
They had knives.
Do you want to know? I actually read a thing about this.
Yeah.
And why it was so hugely helpful is back then families had more kids. And it was very time consuming for whoever was the homemaker, whether it was the mom or their dad, to make a bunch of sandwiches and cut stuff off. And the amount of time that it saved moms getting meals together and stuff like that was.
So this bread thing was actually needed.
Yeah. Well, hell. Got it.
Needed.
He'll do that. Time to time.
Hey, NEAD.
They saved a lot of dough.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
I have a question here.
I bet you don't.
Ringo Starr, born in 1940.
85 today.
Wow.
Man.
Have you ever seen the Mexican cover band that does Beatles songs with the drummer Ringo Starr?
Thank God.
I didn't laugh. I was tired of the last one, but I did like that, so I'm sorry I didn't laugh. I gotta tune back in.
Is everyone hearing Dyer and his kiss-ass laughter? Does everybody hear that?
Oh, is that what I'm doing? I'm a Ringo fan.
Yeah, me too.
Hey.
I've got blisters on my fingers, senor.
See?
Is that right?
He had to.
Deeply inside, slightly problematic, but yeah, let's do
It's
this.
a reference to a famous Ringo statement. I'm a big fan.
Senor.
Great drummer. Does somebody out there think of a dog named Bingo Star?
I hope so.
Wouldn't that be a good dog name?
That'd be a good, Bingo.
Bingo Star?
Bingo Star.
Call him by his full name at all times.
Hey, Bingo Star, get over here.
Yeah. Happy birthday to our good friend, the great comedian Jim Gaffigan, who has a bunch of kids. He's got his own bourbon out there.
Yep.
He's a terrific actor, and he's on tour here and there. Hope to see him again. He'll be in our studio, I believe, coming up in a few months. He's going to be stopping by. Here's an interesting one. I did not know this.
I did not know this. Yes, Tom.
I mean, this is truly amazing.
Yes.
In 1456, and the date is important, Joan of Arc was retried and acquitted.
Whoa.
Now, the problem with this is
Yeah. Right.
she'd been
Already burned at the
executed
stake.
25 years earlier.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
And that also invented the word whoops. Did you know that?
Yeah, so...
She's got a lot of famous quotes.
She was already Joan of Ash, not of Arc at that point. It was kind of in absentia, if you will. Yeah, poor thing.
That was sad.
I'm getting the signal there from Mesa. Thank you so much. Dave Dyer, once again. Dave Dyer, Reese Theater coming up. Plymouth, Indiana, July 12th. That's this Saturday for a nice benefit project. Congratulations, Dave.
Thank you.
Always a great pleasure. You were very good today. Thank you. And we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show, sponsored in part by Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because you're not playing me.
With rapid-fire takes.
And a lot to get to, and I'm not sure you're going to like all of it. Honestly, I don't even care if you like all of it or not. I have a job to do.
Scorching debates.
On any given week, you have lots to beef about. Take advantage of it. Get up in here.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
It's not my fault. We will get to all of that.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
Get up in here, and we'll beef later on. What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
You've been warned.